Don't look down. No gravity when you're with me, like years from home till I found you. A galaxy in front of me, going up above. Don't look down. Don't look down.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of Dice Dames and Dudes, the Gnosian Mystery. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah! Thank you. Okay, I only listened to you say it like 50 times, but then the second I had to say it, I was like, oh, shit, I forgot.
Is it Gnosian?
Gnosian! Gnosian.
It's a play on Gnosis.
Nice. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's so freaking fantastic to finally be doing this one. We have been prepping, and there has been delay after delay after delay, so I'm so happy that we're finally here. Raven, don't even make that pout, because like you were like a third of the delay. All right. Luke and I had our own shit too, so between the three of us, 3 out of 5 were unready.
I had a convention to get ready for.
And then 2 people were just like, yeah, any day now, guys. Like,
And
but we're here now. We're ready to
I
go.
have another week. I can prepare more.
We're just like, oh, I just wrote another 50 story plot lines. It's fine. We'll see what happens. Like,
Just came up with 50 more ways to destroy you.
yes, I am so excited.
You
Look,
didn't hear
you don't even know.
the maniacal laughter afterwards as well.
Yeah. I went out and got a nice, beautiful leather notebook case so I can take my notes and actually be engaged this season. I'm attempting to do better. Like,
I've still got the same ratty old college ruled book that I've been using from the last season.
Hey.
To be fair, I filled up one earlier with last season, so
Shay,
this is last season, and then this is all blank here. So
I already
Awesome.
adjusted you, Shay.
okay, well, they can tell me if I'm too quiet now. It's fine.
No, you're just excited.
I am very excited. Okay. So let's go around the room first. Sai, how are you since the break? What's been going on? What's new?
Obviously Heroes Con, which we have talked about both here and over on, was it Jason's topic list that we talked about that on? Not this week,
no,
but
I think
last
that
week?
was mine.
Oh, okay.
No, it was
Jason just hosted last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then,
Yep.
yeah, it was yours. Met a lot of awesome people, including a doofus right below me.
That's no way to talk about Woodrow, and I didn't think he was there anyway. It's just mean.
So yeah, lots of fun. What else? I was gonna be on camera tonight, but it's about 93 degrees. And yeah, I'm not. I'm not
For
gonna.
people who don't know, the house that Sai is living in is a historic home that does not have central air. So it's like, what, like 90 something degrees, and there's a window unit on the landing of the between the first and second floor that is pretty small, and that's pretty much it for the
For the second
house.
floor. No, there's that small window one in the kitchen.
Oh, that's
Are
right.
you-
So there's two window units, and then Sai, because I could not stand how hot the room was, got a portable one, but it's a pain in the ass to have to take down and then set up in the office and then take down and set up back in the bedroom at night when you want to sleep and you don't want it to be, 100 degrees in your bedroom. So
My office has no air conditioning. I have to close the door so that I'm not disturbing the rest of the household because my mom is old and I take care of her. And yeah, the feels like is in the 90s. And,
So everyone feel free to donate to Red Valkyrie, and so we can get Science second window unit.
I
the one
live in
that
a house with a 95-year-old that would prefer we not use the central air conditioning.
well,
So it literally feels like it's 90-something in this house. all the
Meanwhile, I
time.
have a blanket on because it's that chilly in my house.
I
You know, you
honestly
can turn
hate
down the
every-
AC.
Hate every
I-
single
I
one of you
could.
right now.
Uh-huh.
But
Listen, I've
if I
got
turn
a
down the
fan
AC,
blowing
it'll
over
be too
there. I've
hot.
got a fan underneath the desk. I've got a fan next to the bed. I've got fans all over the place. It's the only way I'm
I've got a
surviving in
ceiling
this
fan
room.
above me, but
Mhm.
you know, there's only so
It's
high
just-
I can turn it up.
it's just
Yes.
blowing hot air back at you.
Mhm.
That is true because everything in this room is closed. So, yeah.
Luke,
Yes.
how have you been?
I'm okay. Back in Florida. I was this time last week. I was in South Carolina still, and actually, Feline and I were hanging out on the couch, pestering you guys in the chat later on, and then
Yeah.
we eventually fell asleep on the couch.
Nice. I'm glad that that's
yeah.
where it ended.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to watch something and just chill out and relax. Definitely
Yeah.
missing that. But getting back to work on Mercenary Guild and getting stuff prepped for a one-day con up in Jacksonville at UNF, and then the auction on the 13th.
Yes.
Nice.
Also, I'm really glad that when we couldn't play last week, you did not say a word that you were seeing anything in the group DMs. You just let us twist to whether or not you actually knew that we weren't actually going to play.
You just heckled us in the chat when we were live later, and we're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, okay,
What?
well, Luke apparently knows we're not streaming.
Well, I saw it afterwards.
So you didn't see it beforehand. So
No, I mean I
Okay.
saw it after you guys had started going live, and I was like, wait a minute. Oh,
Nice.
okay, and that's yeah.
So you didn't show up in time for the game, and then you noticed that
we
weren't
went live
having
without
a
it.
game.
I think we went live a little early, though, didn't we?
No,
I may have
not.
seen something in our chat about it.
In no way we.
We didn't go. Okay.
No.
Did we go late?
Yes. It was several
Nice.
minutes.
Okay. Cool. Woodrow, how have you
Yes.
been, Sir GM that's going to destroy our lives?
Pretty good. I just dropped $1,000 on my car for all the fluid changes and spark plugs and oil and all that
Ouch.
good stuff. But beyond
That
that, good. Sai, at my work, our AC went out, and I work in a kitchen, so it gets really hot.
Yeah.
We bought these. My boss thought he was buying these giant, essentially window units, but that you fill up with cold water that blow kind of like a mist air. So he bought 2 of them. thinking
Yeah,
they were
so
gonna
they're
be,
like swamp coolers.
Yeah, but they're literally they're this big.
Oh no!
Oh, so they're the ones that you can get from Walgreens?
Yeah.
Like the Arctic Cool? Oh my gosh, I actually had one of those.
No,
You showed me
you
the
actually
picture.
bought me one of those, and it worked like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't work.
Yeah, they're
The picture,
terrible. They're terrible. Don't buy Arctic Cool.
It shows scale to human size, and it's up to the person's knees, and it's nowhere near the size. Yeah, it's tiny.
They're
It's so funny.
desktop size. They're
That was
tiny.
Peter Dinklage that they hired. For the...
That's horrible, Sai.
Yeah,
We
but
like
it's
Peter
weird.
Dinklage, but I don't know.
Okay, fine. It was
I-
Warwick Davis.
Okay.
He's shorter than Dinklage anyway.
Awesome. And welcome to our brand new player this season. How are you, little sis? How's it going, Raven?
I'm doing so good. I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be here. I've been looking forward to this forever.
Yes. Oh, so excited. And for people who don't know, so we've got Raven and Luke are both fantastic artists. Luke is working on Mercenaries Guild, and that's going to be coming out. When is it coming out?
The end of this year, beginning of next year, depending on
That's right.
when they get the campaign put together.
Heck yeah.
And then Raven always has a bunch of different books and stuff out. If you want your cutesy chibi fix, she's the one to go to.
I got something different coming out in August.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. Wait, we're booking in
Hold
August.
Hold on.
We need
hold on,
to talk.
hold on.
We're booking.
Let me know what's happening. Hello.
The
Everybody.
spotlight is now on you.
Hi. Yeah, I have a comic coming out in August called Fragment. It's a more mature story, so not the chibi stuff I've been doing. I've worked with TC Anderson on the art. I'm doing the colors. It's about purgatory and life as a Grim Reaper and trying to fulfill a contract that is impossible. So that's the quick pitch.
Is there sexiness?
A little bit. It's
Is there
tasteful.
blood?
It's tasteful. Yeah, there's blood. There's blood, there's death, there's drinking. It's about the afterlife. We get all that goodness, so lots to look forward to.
I think what I heard you say was, Shay, I need you to book me on sometime in August.
And then there was a pretty please also.
Yes,
Yes.
it will happen. No problem. And Feline, I saw Feline posted it in our Red Valkyrie channel. But we've got the sign up page for Mercenary Guild. I'm gonna see if I can post it before she gets over to it.
Well, see,
And
there's
sure,
a
we
little
also need
selection.
wrench
Oh, does she not? No, that's right.
on
I
Valkyrie
have wrenched
plays.
nobody. So,
I don't know.
Except some
Can we
person.
even wrench people?
what do you mean, can we wrench people?
I thought that's not like a monetized thing, right?
No.
No.
Beep, beep. Okay,
I love how,
I can't wrench anybody.
No, you can't. So I love how when we were starting the stream, before we went live, Shay's like, so we're going to try to be more professional and things.
Try being
Oh, I meant in the
okay?
graphics and the video. I didn't mean me.
No,
I'm not
'cause this
being
is
more professional.
Not
We're
performance.
shit.
Performance is gonna be subpar. Okay, we're going for like, if we hit novice, I'm gonna be happy.
Oh my god.
I'm going for the Grammys on this.
You knew what this was.
Shay,
Look, Raven and Luke can do voices. Raven, Luke, and Woodrow can do voices.
wow.
Kind of.
I
So
got the one.
my
the one
character's
voice.
just gonna sound like this. I'm
No
sorry.
idea what you're talking about.
Here we go. Let's
I need
go.
scotch to make it work.
That's really
Okay.
I mean, you really don't.
I know, but it makes it more fun for me.
Sorry, I'm yelling at people in our Red Valkyrie chat to go to Valkyrie's Play. Sai, you're the one that owns Valkyrie's Play, so you're gonna have to wrench everybody. Oh, you just did. Okay.
Gee.
Yay. Thanks.
It's almost like one of us knows what they're doing, since you want this to be a stable and sustainable income for when you're
I do.
retired.
I do. I retire in 2 years, and I would like to be able to do this and other things.
Let's go.
Permanently? Yeah. Like I said, we got a lot to talk about. That's why you need to come to BCC, and then we'll have all the time in the world to talk about
Yes.
everything. All right. Is everybody ready to kick this shit off? Woodrow, are we ready to
Okay.
hit this
Feline,
opening?
I pinned it for you, and you're now a mod.
Thank you, Feline. Feline, you were a mod, I think, before I was. So, there's that.
I don't even think you typed in that channel yet. So
Yeah, I did. You wrenched me. I just think that. Yeah, it's fine. Maybe I was wrenched before. I don't know. Anyway,
Red Valkyrie was wrenched before.
yeah. Might as well be me. It's fine. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna play this opening video that I want everyone to know I worked really hard on, and so please be nice.
Did you just say hard on?
I did say hard on. Hard on. All right.
We
here
all
go,
knew
guys.
what this was.
Right? Nobody's surprised. Nobody's
Nope.
All right. Pay attention, players. This is part of our backdrop as to what world we're in.
Shit's about to get.
The Gnosian Galaxy, named after an ancient race that has long disappeared from the pages of history, leaving only megalithic monuments to their mysterious culture as evidence of their existence. Many species advanced to the stars since, populating them with a tapestry of new cultures. The galaxy is made up of 6 regions, but our story starts in the Outlands, a rough region of space characterized by the primal aspects of its planets and inhabitants. Quay Prime is a large planet and natural wellspring of raw elemental resources and dense wilderness. Its 6th moon mimics the surface of Quay Prime, but carved out of that wilderness is Star Falls, a sprawling megacity with buildings that shimmer in the heat of a broiling sun. In the lower districts of the city, the denizens are currently experiencing the effects of what seems to be a late summer heatwave, trying to cool off as the sun sets over Star Falls. It's your nightly news with Dick Johnson. I'm here with another broadcast to keep you up to date. The heat wave continues to grow in our beloved city as the locals find ways to cool down despite an almost 30-degree rise in temperature. The news feed shows a group of Orokai children and several goblins in the Red Palace district breaking open a fire hydrant and playing in the waters that begin spraying into the road as cars fly overhead. The screen then cuts to images of space from a satellite in orbit. Scientists are combing the cosmos around our little planet to try and find the cause. The feed switches from one story to another. You see an area of paradise slums, a neighborhood run down, yards unkempt. Decaying cars parked on yards look more like ornamental decor than anything ready to serve its original function. Humans, half-orcs, half-elves, with the occasional minotaur or Goliath are scattered
On their
everywhere
Harleys.
plot. Each has a device attached to their temples and passes over their eyes. Some stumble from one place to another, others sit slumped over, living in an augmented world no one else can see. Streets of the lower districts are crawling with a new addictive drug, but this one is more of an illusion than a chemical. They're called PEPs, Psychedelic Experience Programs, and they allow you to enter a euphoric state that some say is dreamlike.
Boom! That is our opening.
All right.
All right, would you?
So from here, we will start in a small apartment in the Sakura Heights. Motoko, the last 2 weeks have been a nightmare. You're still licking your wounds after a job gone horribly wrong. Your first big payday botched by clandestine corporate affairs, and all after you accumulated a sizable debt to ensure you were prepared. The face that hired you for the job is someone you've known over the data net for a small amount of time now. A friendly information broker named Mez. People think it's short for Mesmer, but no one really knows. Who is a DJ all over the galaxy. All things considered, it's not all that bad. There are far worse people you could have been indebted to, and you're still alive. As you test the repairs on your rig, a call comes through on your screen. You see there's a call from Mez. Hey, how you holding up?
Lots of burned up shit. What's up?
Got a bit of good news and a little bit of bad news in that order. I found the hacker from the back door you found on your rig. It was a lowlife named Florian Hassag. The little picture pops up on your screen. You see this sort of ugly half elf with scars all over his face and one ear sort of missing. This is a real piece of dreck. Sending you the file. More good news here. I found out he's a fan of electro shows. Lucky us, right? He'll actually be packed into a crowd at one of my shows in a few days. What name do you want me to put down for your free pass into the show?
Just out of character for a second. Names are the dread of my existence because I overthink them way, way, way too far.
Yeah, this is... You don't have to think of anything right now.
The
if you want
throwaway
to just-
alias.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, if you can't think of anything now, just send me a message in the meantime and I'll put you on the...
Namgold Akbanak.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I think that's an orc.
Raven. We refuse to let him die. He will never die. He is alive and well from season 2, and we are dragging him into this world.
Just let me die. I can hear him screaming.
We went to the afterlife and dragged him back.
Uh-huh.
And we...
Phenomenal.
This is terrible.
He gets to go to a show now.
Oh.
How exciting.
He does.
So are you ready for the bad news?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, if you want to do this, if you want to get into his rig, you'll have to show up in person and physically connect during the show. He's using a Faraday mod that makes his machine appear offline. The information we want is packed into his runner rig with that persona. It's not on his normal comms. So essentially, we'll have to get that off him or attach a dongle so we can hack in through our own back door.
You know how I feel about attaching my dongle to things.
I'm also sending you some files on a few possible leads on recruits for your new team, and I'll cover 900 credits up front and 1,800 credits for their work once the job's done. That way, you don't have to give you any cost of this. You already owe me enough. I want to try and make this.
Is this an each or a total that you're giving me numbers for?
Total, so it'll be split between the people essentially.
Okay.
Sorry, real quick. Who was I talking to?
Someone named Mez, M-E-Z. It's a information broker by night and DJ by day.
Yeah, basically a fixer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's taking notes except me.
We got you.
Yeah, he's like, I want to try to make that last job.
Totally
right
shocked.
by you, so I'll buy the help on this one. These
Well, I
people
mean,
seem
the
to have great-
18,000 I'm already into you for. It weighs a little heavy. Remind me the interest or the what are we calling it here? The VIG. What's the juice on the 18K?
Yeah, there's no interest. Like I said, you got a pretty good face for your first debt. Same thing with Luke. Luke's got a pretty friendly debt thing. It's like you guys aren't like indebted to Jabba the Hutt or anything, so you're not gonna come break your legs or
No
add a bunch
Greedo
of-
coming to
No, it's just
to shoot second.
paying it off as you can, essentially.
Mm.
But
Alright,
yeah, so
well-
basically,
Is the money electronic in this universe?
yeah, it's essentially called gold credits.
Okay, shoot me the 9. And I will.
Right,
add
so
that
you
to
get a
my
little
stuff.
addition to your account. And he says, on paper, this is one of the better team makeups if you can get all the personalities to work together. I mean, I don't know too much about them.
Yeah, that's what I
one
heard
of the-
last time. And here we are.
Yeah, well,
Remind
at
me where
least
they
I
are
know-
again. At least the majority of their pieces.
So, one is a possible muscle/getaway driver with the added benefit she can patch you up if shit goes south. The second one is a street urchin tagging along with the medic who knows the streets pretty well. From this footage, she can hold her own in a fight. And the third is an engineer who might be able to assist with cracking any encryption on files you pull out. But I heard through my contacts, he might have some knowledge to help identify what was really pulled out of that vault and that mission that went wrong. So if you get this team rolling and be at my show 3 days at Ultraviolet, set starts at 7 or 11. With any luck
7
on
or
this
11.
job,
Got it.
his set starts at 11, but the show opens at 7 essentially.
Yeah, no one shows up for the opening acts. That's loser
With
talk.
any luck on this job, this job will go well, and I can put your new team on the talent list for future jobs. So give the recruits a call and get ready for the show. I want to know who fucked you, and by extension me, so no one tarnishes my reputation. Stay safe. And then you get a little like a Daft Punk emoji head sort of thing that has like a little face in it that winks, and his persona image goes away. No one's really ever seen his face. No one knows like what race he is or anything. He just is essentially kind of like a Daft Punk mystery character.
You know,
And then yeah,
I want
so
to know
you're
who fucks
given-
me too.
yeah, you're given the files, a couple like contact information for the other characters, those other people that were described to you, and then you're also given files that show a little bit of that Florian character. He's got 2 personas. One of them is kind of unknown. It's the hacker persona that was pinged to that Mez pinged to his real persona that is all over the place committing robberies, assaults, even a couple of murders. And through the files, it looks like Lone Star lawyers were always able to dig him out and get him back on the streets in almost no time. His bank transactions are all like through third-party apps, and it looks like he spends money on basically only ammo, drugs, ordering food, and rent. He has gotten paid from a random account linked to Shepherd Robotics, which is an old out-of-business Cerberus subsidiary.
So has he
that's-
been paid by them since they've been out of business?
Yes. Yeah, there's. It seems like the job that he was paid after your job went south is the most recent pay on there, and then there's a history of jobs, like a couple months to several months, depending on how long went in between the jobs. But it seems like this is a constant pay avenue for this person.
I see. And so I have files on a few associates.
People you could call to get this to meet and sort of get to know before this job. You actually have time to meet these people, because at the last job you were sort of thrown in last minute to replace a hacker that didn't get put on the job for some reason. He just went missing. So this time you'll actually be able to get to know people.
Can someone
What was
make
that?
a note that I want to try to find out who I was replacing, why I replaced them, and what they are doing, that person is doing now? Like if they're still active, if they disappeared, if anything untoward happened to them, if they got randomly fucked by somebody, was protection used, all that kind of stuff.
All of the above.
The important questions.
Yeah, also the half-elf, what kind of drugs does he do? Is it like uppers, downers, hallucinogens?
Baby, come on.
So real quick, I'm gonna scroll real fast to see what I named it in this. I have it all open. So he actually is he has a prescription for flow, which is actually something you can get prescribed medically, but you would know just from like street stuff from where you grew up that that's actually converted and cooked into a drug called haste. So he's either taking the flow, which is sort of like a stimulant to keep you going, and it seems like that could definitely be his thing, or he cooks it into flow, which is it increases the bioavailability of the flow, and haste is just like a super amped up version.
Oh, speaking of flow, I should go take Ritalin.
Yes.
I should. It will keep me awake and alert
Yeah.
until like 1 a.m. That's fine.
And then, as you're sort of going through these files in your apartment, you can hear strange sounds coming out of your bathroom.
What the fuck?
And then, as you hear it, sort of like bubbling, almost like boiling water in your bathroom. And out of the corner of your eye, as you're sort of looking to see what the sound is, you catch the your apartment window that sort of views the park. And from your apartment, you actually have a pretty clear view of the sky, and you can see a line of bright orange flame that streaks across the sky and doesn't fade. Like at first, for a moment, you think it's like a meteor strike, but it doesn't move and it's just staying there. You're used to seeing augmented holograms, but there's something about this seems different. Something about it seems heavy, real. And the sound in the bathroom gets louder as you turn and you see steam sort of rolling out from underneath your bathroom door.
Awesome. Is the fireball in the shape of a turtle by any chance?
No, it's not a fireball. It's sort of just this like line, this bright orange line in the sky.
A streak of light.
Can I turn on the news and see if they're saying anything about this?
Yes. So you turn on the news and you don't see anything about it yet. You sort of saw the streak go across the sky as you turn to see it. So whatever happened, you could assume that since the news hasn't broadcasted yet, it just happened. But what you do see is
Shitter
reports
is
of the heat wave has increased another 2 degrees. And it's the average temperature in the days is getting up to 120 in the city.
really
and you can
happy
hear.
I have a cyborg body.
Was that?
Said I'm really happy I'm a cyborg.
You can hear the water in your bathroom begin to splash onto the ground, and things begin to move around in your bathroom like there's someone in there going through your stuff.
Do I have a gun?
You have a bow as a monk, or a staff, extendable staff.
All right. I'm gonna take my staff in there in case I have to defend myself against any kind of a sewer creature.
Okay. So you go over to the door. The door sort of slides open at your command, and a bunch of steam rolls out at you and hits you. You immediately start sweating, and it almost burns. It almost does like a damaging effect to you. Kind of causes you to get back a little bit. And as that happens, you see movement in the steam, and a face sort of pops out past you and begins to crawl along the walls. As you look at it, there's a shape in this steam of has wings and a long imp-like tail, a long sort of arced nose, and it's got these long elongated limbs and claws that is sort of like clutching onto the wall, dragging, looking at it. It's going up towards like the fire extinguishers of the apartment. What do? And it moves past you, so technically you get a reaction if you would like to use it. It doesn't seem to be focused on you. It seems to be focused on something else in the apartment.
Does is it putting off any kind of a signal, any kind of a electronic presence, anything like that?
Nope. It seems to be
Sort of-
completely formed of this steam.
Formed of steam. All right.
Mhm.
I attacked the steamness.
Give me an attack roll. Yeah, it looks like a little goblin with wings and an imp tail almost kind of crawling around your walls.
That's gross. Where's my 20?
Bro just like
That's pretty
chilling
gross.
in your bed.
At least it's not a shit monster.
Accurate.
It might be a fart cloud monster, so be careful.
No,
It is
I have-
steam, after all.
I killed my neighbors on each side just so they wouldn't back up into my plumbing. Let's see, an 11 plus
Seems a little
3
over the
is
top, but
14.
okay.
Hit 14 is going to hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, damage is 1d6 plus. What's the second damage that's under my quarterstaff?
So if you're using it with two hands, which you probably are, it'll do more damage. It'll do a d6 or a
Okay.
d8, I think.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. Because they both just say bludgeoning, so.
Mm.
Ooh,
Excuse me.
7 plus 1, 8.
8, nice, okay. 8 damage on the method. As you hit with your reaction, go ahead and roll initiative as you sort of catch its reaction. Your staff passes through one of its wings, and the wing sort of separates, and the steam sort of starts to billow away before it goes back and reforms the wing, and its head arcs back at you. So let's make some initiative rolls.
A 12
Oh, wow.
plus my initiative is
rolling.
plus 6, so 18.
Okay, you are first. They got 4. The plus 0.
I
on
missed
the
my
deck.
33 initiatives.
Yeah.
Womp womp. I'm sure
Numbers
you'll
would
get
be a
there
lot
soon
lower.
enough.
All right, so you get to go first. You can go ahead and attack again or take some other action.
So basically, let me see here. None of my computer shit will work because it's not computer or anything. So, let's see.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Sure. Ooh, I have a good intelligence. Ooh, what is that? 14 plus 2. A 16.
A 16. So part of the way it's crawling around on the roof and it's going towards part of the fire system, it looks like it might be interested in, maybe the water or something that's attached to that. But there's also another function of the fire system which can sort of remove air from the rooms. Like it's like a quick fan suction. You could use that to maybe attack the Mephit's steam form and maybe even get it out of your apartment, or you can continue to attack it. You're not
Yeah, I
exactly
wanna
sure
suck
what
it
would
up.
be-
To my upstairs neighbor.
Nice.
Passing it to
Well, it
the
would go
person.
into the utility vents. So,
That motherfucker is loud. That's all I'm saying. I
um,
warned him. This is what he gets.
right. So go ahead and
Is that a used computer?
yeah, you just use computer. And I would say for this, since you're under duress, go ahead and just give me a use computer check, and the DC is super low. But we're just to see if you fumble while you're trying to do it or not, seeing this thing threatening you.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
So for the things that you've added, like with the implants and stuff, do the bonuses that they give you to certain skills, like use computer, do they transfer over to the skills tree in the middle of the page?
What do you mean?
Okay, they do. Okay, that's all I need to know.
Oh, yeah, okay. You, on your page or whatever, you should have a custom skill.
Well, I have used computer, but I I know that the chip that I have installed also gives me like bonuses on used computers, so I wanted
Yeah,
to
it
make
gives you
sure that-
expertise in it, essentially.
yeah.
Which should be on there. I'm pretty sure I put that on.
Oh. I make it. I rolled a 16 plus 6. So.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, even under duress, you get to command. You're not held out of your apartment or anything. So you essentially turn on the vent fan and of the anti-fire, and it sucks part of the air out. But you turn it off as soon as the method is gone, and you're not threatened on suffocating or anything like that.
Yeah, I scream
And
out
as you
echo.
sort of
Fart protocol.
as you sort of turn and look back out the window, you could see that the bright line in the sky of fire is sort of spilling these almost like thick waterfalls of bright hot lines, which as you focus start to look like it might be magma. And then we will transition and screen wipe to the next scene. Old Shattershell. So, as a born wanderer, you eventually
do a
settled.
voice? Okay, sorry.
Yeah. As a born wanderer, you eventually settled to Star Falls, and you settled to watch Star Falls blossom over the last 100 years of your life. And you can be much older than that if you want. That's just this city. You've seen the whole thing grow over the course of its life over the last 100 years. You've learned a lot through your old job as an Onyx military officer, and even more with the Comet Girls. But ultimately settled on working for yourself and helping others in the way you want to. However, your wanderlust for adventure has started again. Turtles sort of have this instinctual want to wander, almost like an Irish wanderlust sort of thing. And that instinct pops up and goes every now and then. It's an instinct that drives your people to wander and collect memories. But this is something that seems like it could be deeper. Something urges you to move, to discover. This urge has come with new abilities as well. Miracles that you've seen Dwemer battle medics perform in the heat of combat. You're not sure what it all means, but the signs are there. You have just finished working on 2 local gangers you respect. Kiko, a prominent member of the Comet Girls, who came up after your stint with them, and then Botan, who is a prominent member of the Street Dogs, who follows Kiko around like a lost puppy. They just got into a shootout and almost died. Luckily for them, your new abilities brought them back from the brink of their injuries. Even advanced medical skills probably couldn't have fixed. Kiko is awake but heavily on drugs as Botan sleeps in the chair next to her, and they're basically in your medical, what's it called, a trauma unit. And it's just parked in an alley next to Kiko's depot, which is her gun store. She sort of looks over at Botan and she starts talking absently minded through the drugs. She goes, "Did you see that, Botan? We were full of holes. I saw the blood leaking out onto the street. You carried me. I thought I was gonna die. Then I heard Shell's voice." And she's like looking around. She looks at you, Shell, as you're sort of at one of the terminals in your trauma unit. And she's like, "Where are our bandages?" She kind of sniffs at the air.
Right. So she's asking me where the bandages are?
Yeah, she's like looking at herself and looking at you and kind of like inquisitively looking. And you could tell she's like piecing together what you did, magically healed them, and she's trying to figure it out. But yeah, she's like, where are our bandages?
Well, if you want bandages, I can surely go scrounge up some. It's going to be added to your tab, honey, but you don't need any. You see, you're healed perfectly fine.
Well, if it's going to cost extra, then never mind. And you can see she just sort of looks back at Botan, sniffs the air some more. And you kind of think like, that's weird. And you get this smell sort of hits you too. And she says like, "Do you smell that? Someone's an awful cook." She half-heartedly tries to get up off the medical bed, but slumps back down when she realizes how unsure she feels on her feet. And you can kind of look your trauma center, the door is sort of up and you can see into the alley. There's sort of like a intersection in the alley where you're in between several buildings, and there's like 3 different alleys that shoot off that go to 2 of the main roads. You can kind of see down one of them to one of the main streets, but you can't really get a good glimpse of the sky from where you're at. You're so on the street level in all the buildings. You see right outside where the smell is sort of coming from, there's like a strange line of hot orange light kind of running down Kiko's Depot, and you can see a stream of boiling magma that runs down the sides where it meets with the wall. It's roiling over some electrical boxes, which is causing the smell, and it's popping and sizzling. You sort of like just look up from where you're at, and you can see this magma just coming down this building. And when you look up, you can see this line that goes floating in the air that comes out of Kiko's Depot. And as you sort of push your chair back to look, you can see inside Kiko's Depot, the line continues as if it's piercing the wall, and magma is running down both sides in her shop and outside her shop in the alley. Then as the lava is sort of rolling down the walls and pooling on the ground, it starts to move in an odd way. Inside the shop, you see these two lights leap off of this pool and begin to run around in the store, and you can see more lights sort of igniting. And as you're kind of trying to figure out what exactly is going on, it's all happening in like a matter of seconds. Into across the front opening of your trauma unit, you see a little, what looks like child almost, with its back to you, sort of moving around and looking in the alley, and then its head sort of turns up, and you can see it look into your trauma center at Botan sleeping on the bed that's sort of kind of closest to the open door next to you. Go ahead and roll me initiative. This child looks like it's made and formed from lava. You can see lava pouring down off its legs and dripping. And as it's sitting there, another one sort of comes into view from where you're at, looking at into your trauma unit. And you can see past them inside Kiko's Depot, there's two more of them sort of hopping around, lighting things on fire in her gun shop.
As I roll for initiative, I want to speak to Kiko and be like, honey, I hope you've got insurance. It looks like things are going down.
Okay, so 11 plus.
That's
Okay.
a 13, boss.
What's your dex plus?
My dex
Your
plus
modifier.
is a fat 0.
Oh, fat 0. Okay, so they're
Yeah,
actually
she's
they actually go first. So
Wow.
the two in the back continue. Actually, I gotta do disadvantage for. Okay, so it's a 5 with her dex. So she's at 8. All right. So one of them hops in and begins to touch the inside of your trauma unit, and you can see that it's not lighting on fire because it's touching metal, but it's sort of putting its hands around trying to find things that will ignite and burst, and that's what it's using its action for. The other one jumps to a trash pile. There's like a trash pile that's up against one of the walls. It's kind of close to the trauma unit, and the magman sort of starts running up to that and touching it and lighting it on fire as well.
Recycling!
And then so you are next in initiative.
All right. Okay.
And
I might be slow, but I'm getting the move on now. I would like to. I'm trying to see where my weapon's at. One moment here. Tools, weapons. There we go. Well, dang. I have a pistol. Okay, so. I'd like to pull out my pistol.
Mhm.
And I'd like to attempt to slap the child, touching my recycling. I was gonna use a cane or a stick, but I don't have one. I have a pistol, so he's.
I think you have a mallet. I think too. You have like a little.
Do I?
Yeah, you have it's like a reflex hammer, but then you can extend it into like a little war hammer. Essentially, it's like a light war hammer.
Okay, perfect. Then
That's amazing.
I need to put that in my notes or something.
You gonna knock him on the noggin?
I'm gonna give him a bonk. I'm saying, yeah, you quit it, you. That's what I want to do.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Okay. Since Raven's voice is so cool for her character, Shay, I'm gonna need you to come up with a voice for yours.
I don't have voices, babe.
Give us
Listen.
a Valley Girl. Give us.
I mean, I could do
hair
Valley
tilt.
Girl.
See, there you go. That'd be
God,
fun.
Didn't you say that you go around on roller skates or rocket skates or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't
or-
you do roller derby Harley?
If you're feeling it.
It'll
So bad news, my eyesight's going on me. I got an 8.
An 8. Let me see.
I got a
I think
whopping
they
8.
actually have a
I don't know if I can
decent
add anything
AC.
to that or beg for mercy, but I got an 8.
So you go to swing at it, you extend the mallet and go to hit it out of your trauma center, and it sort of looks, rolls underneath, and actually rolls under the bed where Botan is sleeping onto the other side of him, and starts kind of hopping around up onto the bed. And you can see now that it's up on the bed, some of that like paper that you put down it immediately starts to go.
My receipts! Oh no!
You still
I
have
figured
a
it was
bonus
that
action.
that roll of paper that you use to make sure everything's quote unquote sterile when you're at the doctor's office.
Oh,
Yeah. It hasn't technically moved. It just sort of hopped out of her way in the same 5-foot area, so it didn't use any movement or anything. That's just sort of how you missed. But
Gotcha.
you still have your bonus action and
Bonus
movement if you
action.
like.
I'd like to. How far away is it from me?
you're right up to it since you went up and tried to hit it with the mallet. Yeah, so you're like right on it.
Perfect. I'd like to do a little spin swing. If I can slap it with my shell or slap it with a weapon, I'll take one or the other.
Okay, sure. Just go ahead for that. Pretty simple. Give me an athletics check versus its athletics.
Athletics check. Let's see. What do I got for athletics?
I love this idea of like Raven's character like wanting to flip around to try and handle these small children and just accidentally bumping them with her shell like she's forgotten how big it is.
Yeah.
Like, she's just like,
Just bump it into stuff. I got a small van, you know? Yeah.
yes, exactly.
I got a 19, and then my athletics is a +3.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. So they rolled a 6 on the die, so that's
Yeah,
way over.
let's
Yeah, 'cause
go.
it's got a -2. So yeah, as you swing down, and it sort of rolls over and kind of climbs up onto the bed. And as you sort of like move the hammer to go like, where did you go? You sort of like hit it with the hammer, and it grabs on. And as you move the hammer back, it sort of lets go, and you get to push it the 10 feet. So it's technically out of your trauma center on the other side.
Perfect.
You just shove it back through the wall. You're like, no.
Throw it out the door again.
Then it's going to be Kiko's turn. And you can see she's still kind of on drugs, so she's going to have disadvantage. She's acting as poisoned. But she does have her equipment on the table next to her, so she's sort of like still on the table, reaches over, like grabbing one side of the medical table, grabs it, and just aims. And she's like, duck, Shelly, and just lets go an auto fire on the magnet. So it's going to make a dex save.
Can I drop into my shell?
Yeah, technically you could, but because you can sort of pick how you make the line, she's not getting you in the line, but she's just
Okay,
making
perfect.
you aware that she's danger close shooting you.
I
Perfect.
don't trust Kiko. Like,
A
no.
four.
I'm the one who got her drugged up. It's my fault, I'll say.
Nice. Okay, and their HP is only 9, so it's a good thing you moved it to 10 feet actually. So you sort of it clings onto the hammer as you pull back. It lets go and rolls the 10 feet, and then Kiko reaches over, picks up the gun, and just lets out a quick auto burst on it, and almost all the bullets meet as this thing sort of tries to dodge out of the way, but gets hit by all of them because they rolled really, really low. And it starts to like, as the bullets, the little rail BBs, essentially with like throwing very fast bullet heads. There's no like casing with it. It sort of enters, and you can see the magma start to like bubble and expand as it sort of boom bursts and pops and sends lava everywhere, but you're just out of the range of it hitting you. So 1 down. There's still 2 in the shop, in Kiko's shop, and 1 sort of setting fire along the trash in the alley, and it's continuing to do that, and it is your turn.
These whippersnappers. All right. I'm gonna hop out of my van. I'm gonna look at Kiko and be like, "You wait here and you don't move. No more of this shooting. You rest." And I want to close the door. Just slam
Okay.
it shut. Boom.
Yeah, that's yeah, that just counts as part interacting with an object as part of your movement, so you still have an action and bonus.
Perfect. For my action, I'm going to. Let's see here.
You have a gun too?
I keep that thing on me, Sonny.
Yeah, it's like a revolver too. I think.
Let's go.
Some person says their prediction is Raven is going to turn into a Ninja Turtle by the end of this session.
I'll retire as a Ninja Turtle. My dream.
Oh
All right, I'm gonna run towards the kid and raise my mallet, and I'm gonna yell, "Get out of my alley!" And hopefully that'll scare him.
All right.
my lawn!
Yeah, so go ahead and give me a with let's see. It'll be a intimidation with
Okay.
disadvantage, just because it's not really a human or like a creature, really. But it could work.
Intimidate the lava.
Yeah, well, it can work. It's
I got an 8. and
Somewhat
then
sentient.
My intimidation skills are a -1, so heavy 7, heavy buff 7.
so you use your bonus action to try and interact with it and do an intimidation check on it, and it sort of looks, it stops lighting the trash on fire and looks at you, and you got the sense that you have gotten its attention, but it's not going anywhere. But it's not its turn yet. You still have your action.
Okay, all right. For my action, then I'm gonna
bring down the hammer, and
I'd like to
Drop the
bonk it.
hammer.
Okay.
Roll for that.
Mhm.
I got a 2.
Oh,
1.
all right. So wait, how much? A 2 total?
Yeah. For going to bonk it, just a raw 2.
Gotcha. Okay. I want to make sure that it wasn't nothing.
Oh,
added.
so a 7. Okay.
Yeah.
You got a +5. How could you roll it?
A +5 where? Oh, no. Oh, I see. Oh. My bad.
Where it
So I
says
got
hit
a 7.
DC?
So what was the total then? So yeah, 7. So it still
7.
misses. Yeah. And then it's going to be its turn, which it only gets 1 action. It's going to attempt to just run up to you and start. Well, you kind of ran up to it, but it's going to try to just touch you. Let's see. 22. That is going to hit. So it runs up and it starts basically almost like a little child starts like patting at your legs and then starts to try and climb up and grab parts of your shell and like almost look into the shell and come up on you, and then it's sort of like you knock it off, but it already has done the damage to you, so you do take a total of 7 damage, and you can see that the lava is sort of dripping down through your shield, because your shield sort of absorbs the 7 damage, but as it's on you, pieces of it are sort of dripping and they're actually igniting part of you on fire. You feel like if you don't take your turn to brush out what the lava or get it off you, it could ignite you and start to damage you over time. So that
All
was
right.
7 here. Okay. And then that's all its turn. That's all it can do. So you do get another full turn.
Okay, thank you. I have 2 HP.
No, because you have the temp HP from your shield.
Yeah, you have the temp HP first. So the 7 damage went to that 15. Yep, because everyone has a essentially a Dune-like shield. Anyone who does like crime or stuff like that, yeah.
Just remember, the slow lava penetrates the shield.
Mhm.
Right, that's right. I would like to, so where is the lava lad at now?
So it's kind of
The lava
climbed
lad.
climbed up you, and as it was climbing up, you felt the lava dripping in under the shield, and so you sort of swatted it down. So it's kind of basically at the base of your feet, looking up at you, like it's going to try and do the same thing again.
I would like to tuck into my shell, which I believe is an action. And as I'm tucking in, I'd like to try to jump up and flip on top of it, so I'm spinning through the air and rolling down and crashing down.
You want to
on this kid.
suplex him.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
what I want to do with my. Yes, I want to suplex this kid.
Okay, so you basically jump up into the air, roll over like kind of on your back, and tuck everything in. So go ahead.
Yeah, it's just whoop.
This would actually be a save on there because you're much bigger than this magman, because you're actually kind of like the size of a human, or essentially you stand almost like
Called a
5 to 6 feet
magman?
tall.
It's so cute.
So you jump up into the air and it sort of looks up, ready to, because it's trying to get to you. So it's staying in position, looking up, and you see this shadow just begin to form and grow over the magma. And he's going to make a dex save when he realizes what's happening. And that is
there's some Acme level tomfoolery.
+2. Oh, okay, so that is a 19. So as your form is just sort of falling down on this guy, he sort of rolls out of the way, and you land on the ground rocking. And you sort of, as you're rocking, every now and then your view, as it rocks, you get just the top of the Magman's head coming into view. You can see he got right out of your way. Yeah, he rolled a 17
Did it put out
on the
the
dodge.
fire on me?
Huh?
Did it put out the fire on me?
I will say, since it's a stop, drop, and roll type thing, I will say yes.
Yes! Perfect! Okay, part 1 of the mission accomplished.
Let's see.
Raven
Now you're-
teaching the kids how to take care of themselves when they're on fire. You stop,
All
drop, and
right.
roll.
Stop,
Into
drop,
your
and
shop.
suplex the Magman. That's what I do.
So it got a natural 1 on its attack. So it's trying to get on you, but the rocking, it's sort of kind of almost taken aback every time it sees your head, like it's gonna start touching you. But then when it catches your eyes, catch its eyes, it sort of like stops it and sort of looks at you, so it doesn't actually get to like get its attack off on you. So it actually goes back around to your turn, and as it sort of these sort of 12 seconds have gone by, or I think 18 now. You can see the lights in Kiko's Depot are starting to grow. It's gonna be a threat in a short amount of time, but right now it's just sort of a mild flame in there. But you can see 2 more sort of running around.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah, you shut the thing. Okay, disadvantage, real quick for Kiko. 3, no. You can hear Kiko on the other side. Hey, ding, 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 ding. How do you open this thing from the inside? And then it would go back to you.
Okay. I would like to. I'd like to try to, because I'm on the ground, right?
Mhm.
In my shell, and the kid's in front of me, right? I'd
Mhm.
like to reach out and try to grab his little legs, and I want to stand up really fast and kind of just chuck him into the air.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and
Yeah.
give me an athletics check.
Let's go.
And they have low, 3. Yeah. That's minus
That's
what, 2?
13.
13. So they got a 3 minus 2 for a 1. So
Let's
you're
go!
sort of rocking. You catch its eyes, and then you time it with a little bit of momentum to rock further. Your arms extend out, grab its legs, and then as you're rocking back, your legs come out and sort of you throw it up into the air. And as you do, it's sort of one of the power lines that are sort of going from building to building. It sort of touches it and does. Let's see how much lightning. Lightning
I
damage.
electrocute the child.
As you do.
Oh.
Well, go ahead
Fuck
and
Michael
give me
Jordan,
a
fuck them
dexterity
kids.
throw as it pops into a bunch of hot lava above you in the air.
Give you a what?
A dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity save? Okay.
I feel like every time we seem to play, we always seem to beat the shit out of some chillin'.
Hey, that little girl deserved it.
Fucking
17.
knew you were gonna say it too.
Oh, an 18?
17.
Oh, 17? Nice. That's, yeah, well above what you needed. You're not, no lava gets on you and starts to light you on fire or anything like that. So the two
Welcome to
Magmen
this
are
gang.
down.
Accurate.
And there are still 2 more in the shop, but as you're sort of looking and getting ready to sort of assess the situation, a car actually comes speeding down the alley towards you, and as you're looking towards it, and the lava that was kind of rolling down the wall where these Magmen came from is sort of still been cooling over the last little bit you've been fighting, and a larger form almost starts to begin to stand up out of the lava pool as the car coming down the alley just smashes into it, like turns sideways, hits it with the side of the car. The side of the car sort of starts to melt and burn as the door kicks open, and a street dog gets out with a couple others getting out the back side, running around into Kiko's shop, and you can hear gunfire start to go off in flashes as one of them approaches you. Basically says, "Is Botan okay? We're here to pull him back to the house. The city's falling into chaos."
Perfect. I want to grab onto their arm to steady myself. And, Not this way. They're half asleep, but they're in there all right. And I go and I open up the van, and I'm like, "You're one of their people, yeah?" And I want to kind of try to decipher, like, make sure this is a good person to allow
Yeah.
your Botan.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay, inside.
Make sure it's a good person. You're not just handing him over to like some
The
gang
rival
that's
gang.
like,
Yeah.
It's the lower triad.
we're here to extract him.
I got a 4.
A 4. So with
Great
that,
insight.
it would be. You can't really tell, but it would be weird for the city to fall into chaos and then a enemy of Botan to know who's here and come get. It would be weird. So you can safely, you think, judge that this is a good person. Similar tattoos.
Good
so-
enough.
Good as far as you know.
It's good enough.
Who am
Or
I
as
to
Woodrow
judge?
likes to say, as far as you can tell, everything's fine.
Yeah, seemingly.
It seems to be fine.
So he basically looks at you. He goes, "My name's Lou. Nice to meet you." You can see his eyes light up like he's sending basically a NOS call, a Neuralink operating system. He's sending a NOS call to someone, and he goes, "I got another car on the way. This one doesn't seem like it's going to be going anywhere. It's like half the car is sort of slowly melting under this like lava entity that was smashed over it." Also, what you can see now is you sort of like look at the cloud of smoke that's coming off those boxes and that sort of black acrid vapor. You can see more movement and more shapes, and like red eyes like pop up almost like a bunch of bats in this black cloud of smoke coming up from these electrical boxes that were burning, and out of them bursts these at first they almost look like bats, but then you get a better view glimpse of them. They look like goblinoid creatures with wings and tails, but they're made of smoke, and they don't come at you. They go out into the sky and sort of smoldering smoke and ash disappearing through the buildings. And as you sort of like are taken aback and following them up to the sky, you now can see as you move for a better viewpoint between the buildings, part of the sky, there's this bright white line of light with these it's like a massive tear in the sky, in the skyline above the city. It's dumping magma streams into the streets below, like bright hot waterfalls in the night sky, causing jams of the flying traffic as emergency vehicles try to quarantine this horrific scene. As you watch, you can see thousands of embers sort of drift out of this tear in the lava pools, and they're sort of just drifting out. And it looks kind of beautiful until they all sort of begin to move randomly at first, like they're being blown by different separate winds. But then they all sort of move in tandem like birds and begin to take form of this like serpentine-like dragon that begins to pass through the traffic jam, causing several of the cars to explode. Others burst into flames as they fall from their frozen positions in the skyline. And that's where we'll move to the next scene.
Really quickly, I have a suggestion for you, Raven. This is what you need to do.
Grab his dick and twist it!
They were children. That's the problem.
Jesus.
I'll save that for someone else.
I meant the big fire serpent, but
Oh.
you defaulted to the
I thought we were talking about them. My bad.
Well, they are called magmen, so they're not really children. Okay, so the
Ah.
next scene.
They're just
Several
children-sized.
This is several hours prior.
Tiny magmen. Mini magmen.
mag
Yes.
midgets.
Astrid,
Ye-
you happened to be lost to the galaxy as a child. You were unsure of what happened to your parents, but found a way to live on the streets of Star Falls. The pickpocket life was easy enough for a young Zelmari, using your pheromones to get the advantage on others. One day, picking the wrong target, you were caught trying to steal from an Aluran named Abyssi Sweetmane Voodoo. Instead of getting upset, he took it upon himself to help, which gave you a parental figure in your early life. Sweetmane also trained you to apprentice under him as essentially like an acolyte, to teach you how to appreciate nature in the ways he did, not just the trinkets of the corporations. He seems to not like technology all that much, and is very living in like a hut off the land. Doesn't really come into the city that much at all. He used to work in the city, but since meeting you, you've known him, he's only ever been this sort of like hermit type character. But he has told you about his past life, being a warrior and fighting in different conflicts all across the galaxy. Eventually, you moved from his watch back to the city. You became a fan of the Comic Girls and started to tag along with the mostly retired member, Old Shattershell. These days, you play black market supplier to Shattershell's mobile trauma center services. Sweetmane and you currently are on a trip off-world to Quay Prime. After you showed him your newfound abilities, despite having your cybernetics, he felt it was something to celebrate. You are in a small two-person interstellar ship. You can smell the sweetness drifting off of the honey dreadlocks as bees are working on Sweetmane's dreadlocks. Sort of like he has a colony of bees that always lives essentially in his clothes and in his dreadlock mane. So it always smells like honey.
And every time you hug him, you come away saying,
Why am I drippings with goo?
Basically, yeah.
He's okay.
that
He's
was
okay.
coming.
I stopped asking at this point.
look, it was either that
knew
or
that
the
was
clip
coming.
of "Smells Like Bigfoot's Dick," which
No,
I was
he-
which I was
That's not
gonna
a
do
funny
is,
Jesus.
as Woodrow was describing the acrid stench of the smoke billowing out of the other stuff. I was gonna hit it, but he never took a breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have ADHD, I'm sorry.
No, it was your
No,
like
you're good.
self-defense mechanism to be derailing you.
That too. So as you're in this little interstellar ship with Sweetmane flying to Quay Prime, he sort of is talking with you. He goes, I know I never shut up about this place, but with your gifts, you should experience it at least once. It has been hard to get you out of that city lately, so I appreciate you coming along with me. Astrid, I think you will find it to be of great value spiritually. As he's talking, you can see Quay Prime sort of comes into view as the ship drops out of the drift. You see a large planet. It's a druidic sanctuary of rare elemental activity. And even at this distance out in orbit, you can see this large scar across the planet, now active with magma in the center.
Magma.
And you can hear Sweetmane say, What in Mother Gaia? That does not look right. We are going in closer. And he begins to increase the speed of the ship as you break through the atmosphere of Quay Prime. As the clouds sort of go away and you can get some visibility, you can tell something is off. It's not just an open canyon with a little bit of magma. It looks entirely devastated. Scorched trees, or what's left of them, stand like burning in the wind like candles. Highly active lava geysers shoot magnetic rocks into the air, but instead of falling, they float and hover about 3 to 15 feet off the ground in this just chaotic mess on this planet. Looks like some sort of elemental turmoil exploded here. And Sweetmane's like, no, this cannot be. How could this have happened? We need to land. I need to commune with the mother and see what her spirit has to say. And he basically begins to take the ship in quickly towards this sort of vista he once knows. Once you land, he pops it open and hops out onto the vista and kind of drops to his knees, and he starts to fall into a trance. And as he sort of goes into this trance, you can see the bees sort of come out of his clothing and swarm around him, and they all sort of go like underneath him and actually begin to levitate him up off the ground, about 2 feet off the ground. And he's essentially going into a trance, and you're sort of in the back of the interstellar ship with the top open, just kind of watching this. And as you look at him on this vista, past him, you can just see that turmoil and chaos of what happened to this planet, this gorge that is now just full of magnetic rocks and magma geysers. Some time goes by, minutes. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Where is 13?
13? Okay.
And so
with the
I think I have a +2, so 15, right?
15? Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So with the 15, a little bit more detail. What you do get to see is he's on this vista that he's on. The grass is sort of dead and yellow. Like whatever happened here has sort of killed a lot of the life that wasn't immediately scorched. You can see the dirt in patches, almost like mange, in different spots. And some of the spots, the ground doesn't look solid. It looks like it's moving. And then you realize it's boiling. It's mud. It's hot, boiling mud. And then it sort of begins to burn about, steam, bouts of steam. And it begins to happen sort of all around this vista, but Sweetmane doesn't seem to notice or drop out of his trance. He seems to be focused in communion with Mother Gaia. What do you do?
So from where I am in his little ship, I'm just like, boss, are you paying attention to what's going on around? Like, he's not even listening to me. So then I go back in. I find whatever I can, like a pack of gum. I don't know, whatever I've got in my pocket, and I just like start to chuck little pieces at him to see if I can get him to like, because I'm like, I'll be damned if I'm going out there. Do you see this place? Oh my god! I just start chucking little pieces of gum at him. Like, that's so good. Sweetie, don't make me go out there.
As you're hitting them with the pieces of the gum or whatever, you like dry gum,
yeah,
you can see it sort of makes him wince, and he holds up a hand and says, "One moment," and sort of continues. He's like, "Something is very wrong. I'm very aware."
Yeah, it's very wrong, very near you, sir.
As you're sitting there, sort of still in the ship, so you're sitting down, so moving around and doing stuff in here, depending on what actions you take, could have disadvantage depending on how much athletics it would take to do and how much room you would need.
So does his ship like have a door hatch that opens, or is it like a capsule top that pops up?
So this one is sort of capsule top pops up and slides back over part of the ship.
Okay. So like I can stand, but then my legs are still blocked by like dash and like all of that. Okay.
Yep. So as you're sort of looking around and watching, like, you can feel the ship sort of become unstable. One landing gear must be sinking into one of these boiling pits. As you're sort of noticing that, and the ship tilts, these two muddy fingers go over the side of the ship, and a little goblin-like head with a long hooked nose made of mud that's dripping and moving peeks over and sees you. Go ahead and roll me initiative. There's a little mud method peeks into the ship.
Damn, I just made a new clip. I was hoping that it was going to be another little lava dude, because
Liquid hot magma.
That's everywhere else.
That's everywhere else. I got liquid hot and mud. I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right, let me roll real quick.
Well, I mean, it is a mud guy, so.
Yeah, so it's got to be extra dirty.
Perfect.
It's extra dirty 20.
Plus 1, 6. So you first, and I'm going to roll with disadvantage for Sweetmane. 5, and then he's got a plus, so he's good. He's above the mud method.
Okay.
Right, this music isn't doing it. This is not.
This is
busy
bad
and
music
frenetic,
for this.
Okay.
Okay.
So you are first, and from what you can tell, you haven't like made a perception check to view the area since the last one. So from just glancing, you can tell there's one mud mephit sort of hanging on the side of this two-person ship, looking right at you, and he's 5 feet away from you, so he's within reach.
Okay. So I'm gonna panic and grab my club instead of my thorn whip, and I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, gross! Get off!" and just smack him, like try to smack him right in the head.
That's so good.
So, just so you're aware, since you are using your club and you're a druid, I believe one of the cantrips you took is called Shillelagh, which I think is.
Oh, it is. You're right.
So that little stick you have, you can turn it into like a giant wooden gnarled mace with moss on it, like a druidic Irish weapon of lore.
Yes. So I just get a little, like this little tiny club, and then I'm just like, "Oh, get out!" And I'm like, "No, too small." And just make it bigger. And I'm like, smack him with it.
So, I believe you can go ahead and make me an attack with the club, and I believe the damage counts as magic, and I think you might do more damage if you look at the spell, the cantrip. It might.
Let me see. Shillelagh.
Yes, it's 1d8.
So I
plus
get
2.
Yeah, 1d8 plus 2 with that.
Nice.
So That means I got a 23 to hit.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
All right, and then 7.
7 damage.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That was. If you want to move, you can. You would have movement.
Yeah. So he's on one side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's on the side that's closest to Sweetmane.
Okay. Can I like climb out on like the hood portion?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not getting off of the ship. I'm gonna climb out and on the hood, and I'm just gonna be like, "Sweetie, we got a thing going here."
One moment, I'm almost done. As
You're gonna have to hurry it up, hun.
As you step out onto the tip of the hood of the fighter, you sort of, or the ship, you sort of, it sinks a little bit more. Not a whole lot. It's not, dramatically going down, but just a little bit. You can.
We're not
feel
like,
it. Yeah,
we're not going down.
You can just feel it. That front landing gear isn't on sturdy ground, and with your extra weight, it sort of gives a little bit.
Okay.
Turn. It's gonna go. It sort of flies up. As it's flying up, it's going to try and no, it's actually going to go just above you. Technically, because you're within 5 feet, you would get a reaction attack if you would like on this. As it sort of gets up and it begins to be like it's almost inhaling. Its chest is sort of expanding in the air above you as it sort of flies up.
Oh God! Don't breathe on me. My attacks suck. 8.
8, yeah, an 8 is actually gonna miss it. So it goes up, and now
I'm too scared he's gonna breathe.
He begins to puke up mud on you in a vast amount. I need you to make me a dexterity save to try and get out of the way of this mud.
Okay. So I got 19.
Okay, good. So not only did you not get covered in this thick mud, and as it's hitting, you can see it's actually drying pretty fast. You'd get the sense if you were hit by this, you would be stuck in place or wouldn't be able to move.
All my characters love that.
That's always you. I didn't even think of that when I made this. I really didn't. It was based on the
literally always me.
So
At least you have advantage against Charmed. Not Stunned or any of the 12 other things Woodrow did to you last season, but still.
Fine.
Charmed for the
So
barbarian.
as I like kind of just get out of the way, I was like, oh God, my shoes! Like, these are new!
Now they're all covered in hard mud. So that's its turn, and it is just so if you wanted to hit it from where you're at, you would sort of have to do a little hop to hit it, and to do that, you'd have to make an athletics check just to make sure you don't lose your footing on the top of the ship. But or you can use this other spell. You have other spells you can use as well too.
Right. It's Sweetmane's action to continue to commune and ignore everything that I'm saying.
He's casting a spell.
Motherfucker.
You know, if you break a spell, you have to redo it. You have to restart it. So he's trying to finish it.
You know what? You should restart it. Okay. I am going to try and cast Entangle.
Yeah, that's the one I would have picked on your sheet too.
That's a good
Okay,
one.
Entangle. So go ahead and let me know what the save it needs to make. I think it's a Dex or is it Strength? I don't know if it automatically
Strength.
hits.
12.
Okay, so Strength 12 with a -1. Oh, 13 on the die gets a 12, so it actually beats.
You bastard.
Just barely. So yeah, you go to send vines up to grab it from the ground, and you notice that the ground, your connection to nature here is sort of out of whack a little bit. And
tenuous.
The vines just sort of come up from the ground and disconnect and flop back to the ground and sort of dissipate with the magic. Let's see. You still have a bonus in movement if you want.
Okay. So for movement, Well, for my bonus action, I want to check the ground around where the thing isn't to see if it's like actually solid.
Okay. So that you could do with a basic just glance. You're trying to check underneath the landing gear you're currently of the ship right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you look down, actually, you can see that it's sinking down just a little bit, and it looks like as it's sinking, another method is sort of crawling out, but not towards you. It actually looks like it's focused on Sweetmane, but it's not out of the ground yet. It's sort of starting to pop up out of the ground, and you can sort of see like half of its body.
I'm just highlighting this because, damn.
Oh my gosh.
Mud.
Sure.
Mud. Jesus
I know,
Christ.
but it was just perfect. That was perfect. It was a perfect typo. And look at her freaking face after. She's like, yeah. Terrible. Okay, can I try to jump off of the front and see if I can clear where the other one is coming, or does it look like it's just way too big?
No. It's a small little spot. You think you could easily like run and jump over the top. You just would have to not roll super low.
Yeah, I'm wanting to try to jump over the top, but like towards Sweetmane.
Okay.
So I'm putting myself between all the shit and the dude who's ignoring it all, because apparently that's what we do around here.
I wouldn't say he's ignoring
all right. I know. So it's a dexterity or athletics?
Athletics.
I got an 11.
An 11? Okay, so you didn't get under a 10.
To do cool things.
You're just hopping down, and you did look first, so you don't fall. You don't drastically fail and fall into any of the stuff. You actually managed to hit solid ground, not too far off from where the ship is, but you do put yourself in between the mephit that's crawling out of the ground and the one that's sort of flying up. Now that you've jumped off the ship, it's kind of like about 15 feet up. It was 10 feet when you were standing, 10 feet from me when you were standing on the ship, so now it's about 15 feet above you. But the other one is sort of
you're
right.
an ugly one. You're so big.
All right. Now, after your turn, Sweetmane is going to. You see the bees sort of. His space lowers as a section of the bees break off and come down in front, or past you, up to the one that's in the sky, and are going to attempt to attack it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, okay. You can't tell if any damage is being done, but they are occupying that mephit in the sky. All right.
Okay.
It can't use its breath. It needs to recharge. Nope, it doesn't recharge, so it doesn't have its breath. It starts swatting at the bees with its fists. Ooh, that's good. Okay. And you can see a good portion of them sort of get hit and fall to the ground, and they scatter for a moment before they start to recoil. Coalesce around him again. Then the one that's crawling out is going to use its movement half its movement to stand up, and it's going to seize you. So since you put yourself in front of it in Sweetmane, it is going to fly by attack you. It's going to fly past you, swat at you, fly past, and continue going towards Sweetmane. So if it let's attack first, 2 on the die plus 3, it's not going to hit you. So it flies, swipes, you sort of get out of the way or block it, or what, however you see your character doing that, and it flies past you.
Just
within range.
take a step and go rude.
But it is within range for you to take a shot with your reaction if you'd like.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna bust out the thorn whip and see if I can smack him with it.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Because he's going past you. As it goes past, you can basically just. Actually, sorry. It's a reaction. You can't use spells as a reaction unless you have the feat for it. My bad. That's on me.
Okay. So can I hit him with the shillelagh that I already have out, or can I? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If you
cool.
do want to do that, though, there's a feat you can get that we can discuss later where you could do that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Okay. All right. So I go to hit with my shillelagh, and I got an 18.
Oh yeah, that is gonna hit.
Very good.
5 damage.
500. So it continues past as you sort of bust one of its legs off, and it sort of starts to reform. Right now, it's just got this little baby leg on one of them. Made out of
So right as I hit off his big leg, I want to be like, I need to teach you manners. Smack his leg off.
We're calling it his big leg.
No, it's like no. Do you remember when there was that episode of American Dad and they had like Stan was getting like regenerated from the waist down? He had little tiny baby legs and was trying to run, and like he had to wait for them to grow. It was like something
Deadpool?
about Rogers, something that happened. He had like teeny little baby legs and was trying to run.
Never saw
But with that reaction and their turn, it is your turn next, Jay.
So now you can Thorn Whip.
Now you can Thorn Whip and pull him back to you if you want.
Yes, that is what we are gonna do because this motherfucker is pissing me off.
Right. And is Thorn Whip an attack or a save?
It's yeah, it's an attack.
Okay, cool.
Hold on, wait. I also have 1 second. Okay, it's a thing. I was just making sure. So it's a spell.
Yeah.
Okay, 19.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Go ahead and do damage, and I believe you pull it 10 feet to you if you want.
Yes, I do. I want to pull him back. Apparently I did 2 damage.
2 damage?
It does not do as much damage as I was hoping. But it's piercing damage.
It's piercing damage, and it's magic, and it's not going to attack Sweetmane next round, so that's good, because if he gets attacked, he has to make concentration checks on his spell, so you're helping him maintain his spell to get information about what happened here, so very good.
So as I pull him back, I'm like, oh my god, get back here. Sweetie, I need you to hurry it up.
One moment.
You said that 5 moments ago.
He needs some of that haste drug.
Yeah.
I'm about to give him some.
And that is just your action, I believe. So you still have a bonus and a movement if you want to use anything with it. And I believe there's a little tab in your actions that'll tell you what all your bonus actions are. If you have anything that you can.
There's a tab called bonus action. So it says bonus action that I can do the shillelagh.
Yeah, that's casting the spell. You can turn your thing into a shillelagh as a bonus, then you attack with it, like your normal action.
Okay. So, I can't attack again.
Not again, no, because you only get 1 attack as a druid.
Yeah.
Ermagerd.
So I think what I'm gonna do is, as I'm pulling him back, I'm gonna try to swivel so I'm back. Like, I didn't just pull him back, but I've like thrown him back this way, and I've once again put myself between him and Sweetmane and facing him off.
Yeah, I'll totally allow you to do that. Okay, so do recharge for this one, and I'm gonna need you as you pull that one back. You see, as it's sort of in your thorn whip. Okay, so the top one gets it back too. As it's sort of in your thorn whip, its chest is sort of expanding and body is expanding underneath the pressure of the thorn whip, and as you sort of move it and release it, it sort of just unleashes a torrent of thick mud at you. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Mother.
This time it smells like Bigfoot's dick.
It's earthy.
So 14.
14. So yeah, you're good. You are not restrained. You actually, as you're turning it, you sort of like turn it enough so that the puke sort of just misses you and goes past you.
Like, you've already ruined my shoes, okay? We're not doing this anymore.
All right. The bees.
Come on, bees. Do some good
Nice,
shit.
nice. So the one that's flying, you actually see the bees are sort of swarming it, and almost like that thing they do to hornets that invade their nest, where instead of like stinging it, they just sit on it and buzz and try and like
and vibrate.
Yeah, they basically vibrate the mud into just spray it everywhere. And it's trying to form, but the bees are like staying attached to different pieces of it. Like one leg gets put away from the swarm, pulled away this way, a wing, then the tail, and it sort of just gets dismembered in the air as the bees all sort of separate little tiny arms.
Yes.
then it is the attack. So it's your go now.
Okay.
Because that one tried to throw up at you as its action.
He did. He was very rude. Okay, so I am going to attack with my shillelagh.
Heard.
Because the whip helped to get him back, but like the shillelagh is where it's at. 16.
That is gonna hit.
Yeah.
Shay, I'm so proud of how well you're rolling this time.
I know.
I know. It's the water dice that you got me, babe.
Nice.
10 damage.
Oh,
I
10.
maxed that shit. I got an 8
Good
off a
stuff.
D8.
Oh. As its chest expanded and unleashed that torn at you, and you moved to the side and made your little retort about your ruined shoes, you swing your club through it this time, shillelagh through it this time, and the magic of the shillelagh just disperses the mud into just a mist, all away from you.
Nice.
Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw, though.
Oh my god, a 20 on the die!
Yeah, it's
No
every
way.
little bit of it is away from you as you sort of angle the arc, and you even get its death burst ability to all go away from you.
Yes!
As you hit that second one, the ship sort of starts to go a little bit deeper, and this time it's a significant amount, and you're like, and you go to turn, and as you turn, you can see Sweetmane is sort of standing up and walking towards you, and he's like, we need to go. We can't stay here any longer.
Yeah, we needed to go a minute ago, sir.
I needed to know what happened, though. And he's like hopping in. You get in behind him. The top slides down, and you guys begin to take your flight back to Star Falls on the 6th moon, where you can meet up with Shelly, because you basically stay at your little capsule apartment and Shelly's trauma center.
Yeah.
And
Irish
as
wolf,
he's-
like Jesus.
Because I have a
As-
shillelagh.
yeah. As you're heading back in the ship,
Horrible.
he sort of tells you what he learned. He says that as he was communing with the planet, he spoke to the spirit, the Mother Gaia, and it gave him a name, Krogatoa, that was unleashed onto the planet. It's some kind of neutral, evil entity bent on destruction, annihilation, burning. The rift here influences a large area around the planet and will cause a catastrophic imbalance in the natural order. The building that was here, he tells you about, there was a facility here once that he had seen pop up over time, and they seem to be actually working with some of the locals in like a mining effort. It was a Dwemer, so gnomes and dwarven effort. And that seemed to be going good, but that building seems to be mainly swallowed when the rift tore open, and the rest of it sank into the plane of scorched stone. So there's essentially a unbalancing of the natural order here that caused this rift to open up across the surface of this planet, which seems to have the possibility to create echoes and destruction, and even, as far as maybe even other planets, but definitely it should reach out to the solar system that this planet inhabits. So as you guys are flying back, we essentially screen wipe to the next scene. So Vidar, Star Falls is not your homeworld. You were once from Utani, but that's all behind you now. With the things you've been through and the places you've seen, you find yourself trying to take it easy, absent-mindedly working on small things. You sit in your lab, finishing a designer casing for some cyberware for a local runner named... her name escapes you, but she's nice enough, and it gives you a chance to talk about the arcane, the divine, and general esoteric topics that others find uninteresting and utterly ignorant, are utterly ignorant of. She always comes in to you to clean, in quotations, clean, or reformat the cyberware to sell it as new. The thoughts of your absent-minded work are brought to an abrupt halt when your house begins to rumble, then shake violently. Only for a moment, But outside, it feels like the world begins to pull itself apart. You hear sounds of car alarms, followed by shouting, and then even some distant gunfire. So what do you do? And you're
Talking to me?
essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
I'm
is you.
sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. I thought you were still talking to Shay. I am
No,
so
we
sorry.
screen wiped, sir.
Man. My deepest apologies.
know what?
I was looking at my sheet and I was writing things down to make sure I didn't forget things. And yeah, I totally missed the scene. So there's chaos outside.
Yeah, you're
I have a
sitting-
scene transition for the Super Friends where it's like you remember the old one. I'm going to
Yeah.
start playing that when Woodrow does this when we're separated.
Or just get a Star Wars screen wipe.
There you go. Star Wars screen wipe.
Never mind.
But you don't want to hear. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Either way, we're getting sued. No, but anyway,
at the Legion of Doom.
you're in your apartment, or not? You don't have an apartment. You have a house with a workshop attached to it.
Yeah.
You're sort of absentmindedly going over things. You're working on a piece that's for the street cleaner that you essentially work with. That you kind of can't really remember her name, but she comes to you every now and then to clean cyberware. That's when you're sort of absentmindedly at work. You're shaken out of your thoughts by the house literally shaking, and then it sort of stops. But for a moment, it feels like the world is being torn apart outside. It's followed by shouting and then some distant gunfire. What do you do?
Gonna make sure I have my hammer in hand. I'm gonna look out the window. Are my neighbors running in fear? What does it look like outside? Can I see where the
So-
source of the gunfire is coming from?
You can't see; it's just distant, echoing through Little Zion. But it's at the north end. You're at the south end, so somewhere something.
I'm sorry, Luke. What's Luke's character's name again?
Vidar.
Vidar. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
No worries.
Trying
as
to
you
take
look
good
out-
notes. Damn it.
Yeah, as you look outside, you can see the sky over Star Falls, because you're technically not in Star Falls. You're out in Little Zion, so you're out of the city. You can kind of look into the city. You see through it. It's kind of broken up by the skyline of buildings, but you can see this white hot line in the sky pouring these like hot waterfalls into the city. It's in the distance, but you can still make it out because it's glowing bright at night. Your neighbors in the darkness, some of them have come out and just are sort of looking. Like you have a couple neighbors to either side of you, but your block is actually you're on sort of the outer edge of Little Zion. So across from you, actually, you have open lots, and down the ways towards the beach is like a little bar retreat called Pondo's Retreat. And you can sort of see people. Some of them are kind of like coming out and looking around, just standing, and then a couple of them have sort of run up the street, maybe to get a better view, maybe running from something. But as you sit and stare, you don't see anything pursuing them. But you do see, as you're looking out all in the somewhat chaotic scene that's sort of dying down now, a car pulls up in front of your house. It seems to be like an orc driver of some sort of like Uber or something like that. Just a not any sort of company, but like a personal person driving this cloaked figure that gets out the back. You hear the orc driver go, "You sure you don't want me to take you to the hospital?" And you hear another voice go, "No, it's not as bad as it looks." And the orc goes, "Yeah, it looks pretty bad to me. You suit it yourself, pal." And it just kind of drives off. You see this cloaked you see this cloaked figure standing about 4 to 5 feet tall, limping up the path that leads to your home, sort of clutching a bag at his side, kind of tucked under the cloak, but you can see the strap to it. And he's sort of just walking up to your home, and then kind of moves the cloak down and knocks on your door, sort of not to hide from you, but he like looking to see if he's being pursued, and sort of he hides his head as he looks around, and then kind of pulls it back a little bit as he's close to your door, and you can see a dwarven face you kind of recognize. It is heavily scarred. It looks like severe burn wounds. But it looks like it could be Ravok.
I make sure I have my hammer in hand, and I crack the door open. Is it you?
Oh, Vidar, it's been far too long. He starts this like coughing fit that actually goes on uncomfortably long.
Like General Grievous.
yeah.
It has indeed been a while.
I don't mean
General
to intrude,
Kenobi.
but I don't have anywhere else to go, so if I could come in, I'll try and explain.
Well, it appears that the world is ending outside, so why don't you come in?
Yes.
And then tell me what you're doing here.
He looks at you, and as he comes in and the door shuts, he pulls the hood back, and you can see that his neck and everything, all the skin that you can see, except for like a third of his face, is essentially burned. The hair on the side of his head is all gone. He's just got a little tuft on this side, no eyebrows or anything. So he's hard to recognize, but in the light and everything, and his voice, you can tell it is him. And this is definitely a fresh injury. He looks like he shouldn't be standing right now. And he goes, so you know, the facility I work at is digging into another dimension, right? So
yes,
but it comes at what cost? I was glad I found you that day. It gave me something to focus on besides what we did there. Now something worse has happened, and he starts another coughing fit that goes on long. There's some kind of malfunction, and the whole facility imploded, or that dimension flooded into ours and burned everything up. I don't know. They're all dead. He starts to get a little worried, and panic starts to set into his eyes as he's talking. For some reason, I was spared. I woke up about a day later from the heat of a lava flow creeping closer to my face. He wears a tightly furrowed brow, holding his eyes that stare past you, sort of reliving every moment over in his mind, and what things he could have done differently. And he goes, I think I survived that hell to tell the galaxy what happened, the things we did there. And he starts to like step towards you, and you can see his body is just like shaking and going weak. He basically tries to grab you, but you seeing that he's about to lose consciousness or just give in, you sort of put him over to your couch or your nearest like furniture that you have, a chair, a couch or something, and sort of set him down into it. As he falls and the comfort of that hits, he's basically out, and you hear a thud on the ground, a heavy thud, and you can see the bag that he was holding hit the ground. But he looks, he could be on death's door. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
All right. Ten.
10? Okay.
Yeah, I have a plus 0 in medicine, so 10.
Yeah, so as far as you could tell, he is in immediate need of medical attention. You driving him somewhere, two things. One, you don't think he wanted to, based on what you heard from the orc today. Two, you wouldn't want to move him in the state for fear of hurting him more. However, there is someone you know of through a contact of yours who is a physician of sorts and could help in this situation. If you would like to call them for their services or try yourself to just keep him calm and taken care of, it's up to you.
Keep him calm as he
Dwarf's name
dies.
again?
The what?
What's the dwarf's name again?
Vervok.
Vervok.
How? I'm sorry, spell.
Vurvak.
Okay. Yep,
I will-
that is just as complicated as it sounded.
Knowing that I am generally not suited to healing, as it were, I will call the person I know through a contact. But I will keep a close eye on his vitals.
You're gonna try some like backroom surgery?
Shay.
I mean,
as you are chilling with Raven in the trauma unit, going over everything you just went through on Quay Prime and trying to like process everything or whatever, bouncing it off someone, gossiping, you get a message that says, "Hey, can you set me up with your medical friend? I've got a medical emergency," or whatever information you'd like to relay, Luke, or Vidar.
I require your contact's medical services as soon as possible. I imagine that you've gotten quite a few of these requests, but would really appreciate an expedient response, if possible. He does not look well.
Okay. So I read that and I'm like, hey, Shelly Bear, I think we got a guy that we need to maybe go help if you don't mind.
Is he a priority of yours, dear? I've got 2 in the bay already.
I mean, okay, like the 2 in the bay, they're probably going to be fine, right? Like you've already kind of patched them up.
Of course, I'm the one who operated on them. They're going to be just fine.
Right, well, look, this guy, he does me some solids. Sometimes he gets me some work. He kind of helps you out in a way, too.
Oh, anyone who's a friend of yours, sweetheart, send him in. But tell him I don't want to see any weapons. He keeps them holstered.
Okay.
Not having this again.
We might have to go to him.
Oh,
but I mean,
I have a video for that.
I got the wrong.
Vroom.
Not like that. Not like that. Not like that at all.
Where the fuck
What
did
was
you
it?
find something like that?
That's American Dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is American Dad, sadly.
All right, what side of town's he on?
So,
Probably not.
yeah, he's just out of the city, across the bridge in Little Zion. It's an Aluran part of town, so catfolk, tabaxis, and Leonin types.
Oh, I like the Tabaxi folk. Yeah, we can go. We gotta get out of this town anyways. The sky looks like it's ripping open.
Yeah, I'm
let's
not
get out of
digging
here.
this. I'm not digging the sky thing.
It looks like it's gonna get too busy, and I just don't have the time for it. So yes.
Or the body parts, let's be real. It's been pretty slow lately.
It has been a little rough.
Alright, so then I go and text Vidar back, and all I say is, "Hey, hon, on our way, buddy!"
Thank you.
Yeah, speaking of things being ripped open.
Oh, butts are tight. Some are, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh my gosh,
Anyway, so
yeah.
after about, let's see, it takes about an hour of travel with the flying trauma unit, and you get outside of the city. You get over to Little Zion, and you can see at the address that you've been to several times, Astrid, that there's like a relatively nice sized property. It's got like a pretty large garage / workshop area, and then there's even like a large yard, which is the perfect size for the trauma unit to set down in. Basically, like right in the yard or on the sidewalk there. There's plenty of room. But it's a pretty wide open area, and then past Little Zion, you can see these mountains in the distance with actually a little bit of snow cap on them, but it's a ways out. Vidar, you see outside your window a trauma unit with its thrusters coming down outside your home. As it opens, you can see Shelly and Astrid sort of stepping out and kind of looking around.
All right. I will I'll walk out the door. He is in here. I don't know if you have a stretcher. If not, I can bring him out, but I am very hesitant to move him. Perhaps you would like to look him over first.
All right.
So I just lean into Shelly, and I'm like, "Oh God, he's never this wound up about it. This must be bad."
Shelly just raises an eyebrow. She's like, "Oh, goody."
So when you enter the home, you can see laid out on a couch is essentially a dwarven man with a robe on, and underneath he's sort of got like it almost looks like a one-piece jumpsuit, like he was working at some facility, and it says Iron Root Mining on the jumpsuit under the cloak, and essentially the jumpsuit is burned and almost like melted to parts of him in places, and there's serious, severe burn wounds on this dwarf. Or Dwemer, if you would, can you make me a medicine check to sort of see?
Medicine check time. Ooh, that's a nat 20, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So you get him up onto a sort of little thrusted table that kind of floats in the air, like a little hover table, and you get him over to back into your trauma unit. I imagine that the table that's in there just sort of like disconnects and hovers, so it's like just all one piece. You don't have to really transfer anybody once you get him on there, and then so you two, or not you two, but you're out in the trauma center. Essentially, with that natural 20, you're just going to work on him, removing the clothes, dressing the burns, all that stuff, getting him.
Removing the wallet.
I'm just skating back and forth between like the van and whatever Shelly needs. I'm just like, doo-doo-doo. Like,
I need to
what you need,
tell
girl?
her she runs off.
No, I skate off. I do like the on roller skates.
So
Like I'm far more efficient on my skates. Let's just be real.
Yes.
As you are sort of going over, is there anything, the bag that fell on the ground, do you move that? Do you put it anywhere, or do you leave it out in the open on the ground?
No, I'm gonna pick it up and put it in a small vault underneath my, like a small like safe type thing underneath my work table.
Okay.
Until I can take a look at it later.
So, like we're all working, and he's just like, no.
Well, he could have done it before you guys got there. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
To make
Could have,
sure
yeah.
Yeah. Don't want to leave anything out that might draw attention.
Damn it.
Yeah. So it's I put it away while waiting for them.
As you're sort of, going around your house, thinking about Vervok and the things he said and how it was kind of strange and like what the implications of that is and how it might tie into your past. Just your mind is sort of doing all of these gymnastics and calculations. You feel something strange under your foot when you're out in your workshop. And then all of a sudden your foot goes through the floor, almost like there was a sinkhole, or when the shaking happened, some instability happened in this part, and your foot kind of goes through and sinks into the ground.
Like quicksand type sinks into the ground?
Huh?
Like quicksand type sinks into the ground?
Like it was like the structure sort of crumbles and gives away. Like
there's a void.
Shaking, yeah, like the shaking sort of broke the floor, the foundation, and there's like a sinkhole or something happening.
Jeez.
12 total.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start to pull your leg out, and with the 12 just hitting the DC, you think like, okay, I could be stuck here, but you actually manage to pull it out, and as you pull it out, the sort of concrete foundation crumbles in, and you can't really see down. It looks like it wasn't actually a big hole. It's sort of all, as you pull your foot out, the stuff crumbles in and sinks and fills it, and you're kind of like, that's weird. And on your leg, there's sort of like this quicksilver trail that comes like dripping off your leg as you pull it out onto the ground. You're looking, and it literally looks almost like you put your foot in mercury for a second, until the mercury moves and begins to slide up your leg. So I need you to make me an initiative check. Everyone can roll on this.
Everyone but me.
Wait.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, what's happening? Oh no, that was a bad initiative roll.
I'm standing in my
25.
apartment like, why does this keep going to voicemail for all these fuckers?
No, you'll see the timing.
25 for initiative.
Okay. 25 for Dar.
Oh.
5.
5. Okay. Astrid.
I was too busy chewing my gum and roller skating.
Shell. 2. Oh.
Shell do worse than me.
It's more than one.
Like Shell's running around trying to bandage shit. She ain't paying attention to what's happening.
I'm busy.
She busy.
I'm doing my thing.
All right, and then the gallium parasite ooze will roll its initiative. for a 14. So it's just under Vidar. Okay, you're first, Vidar. You see this thing. It's sort of clinging to your leg. It's in your space technically, but it is the start of your turn. So let me see real quick. Okay, so yeah, you're good. You can go on your turn. Nothing. There's no effect currently.
All right. I think I will cast Frostbite on it. It's one of my cantrips.
All right.
It's a DC 13 con.
Okay, DC 13 con. 5 on the die, which is going to be +1, so that's a 6, so full damage.
Nice.
Right on. All right. So...
And it has no resistance to cold, so good stuff.
All right, that's
just 1d6 cold damage. That's a 6.
Nice. Hell yeah.
This is why our initiative is low, Raven.
Okay. So you cast. Do you want to move at all, or?
Yeah. I'm actually going to use my I guess it's once per long rest Misty Step to just step away from it.
Nice.
So it also gets disadvantage on the next attack, by the way, because of the frostbite.
Oh, okay,
so, yeah.
Good. That's good to know. So
yep. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, no, you Misty Stepped. I was gonna say it got a reaction, but you Misty Stepped, so it actually does not get to react.
Yeah.
So you Misty Step, and what was pulling on your leg and sort of like moving up, sort of all splashes onto the ground, and you can see it sort of bundles up and begins to like shift and move, almost like an ooze, just kind of coming towards you. So it is going to attempt, and it has.
Yeah, I'll move the full 30 feet away, or as far as away as I can within my space.
Heard. So you see it basically sort of sink into the ground, and then it sort of moves its burrow speed of 30 feet and begins to seep up underneath you because it can move through material because it is a galleon.
You need an anal bum cover.
It's a +3 on the attack, but it has disadvantage, so I'm rolling 2 and taking the lower. 10 and a 17. A 13 is going to miss you. So as it sort of steeps up from the ground, almost like so you're in your workshop. What flooring is like concrete flooring? So yeah, it sort of starts to like these holes, almost porous holes start to form, and it seeps up out of them around you. And you can see it tries to coalesce on your leg again, but you sort of pick your foot up and move, and you don't let it touch you. And then that is its turn, and you didn't attack it with a metal weapon. So yeah, it's your turn.
Mm-hmm. Well then. Don't think I'm going to try to touch it, so how about we hit it with Tasha's Caustic Brew?
And then also on your guys' turns, you do hear some commotion in the workshop. For those who got the 2 and the 5 initiative, you do hear some commotion. You are in the trauma center, so it would take a turn of double move to get to where he is if you want to use your turn to do that, essentially. Or you could continue doing what you're doing.
I think I'll move and then cast Tasha's.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter?
No, the Caustic Brew.
Oh, Caustic
Stream
Brew.
of Acid. Yeah.
Oh, acid. Nice. Is it a save or attack?
It is, let's see. It's a Dex 13 save.
13. 11 plus 1 is a 12. So full damage.
Right on.
Yeah. And then...
So, 2. So that's 5 damage.
Nice.
With the acid.
Okay. Shelly and Astrid, you do hear some commotion going on in the workshop. On your turn, to technically happen just before Vidar's turn right now. Do you want to use your turn to double move to get to where the commotion is, or are you guys gonna hold put and stay with just doing what you're doing?
Can I holler at my gal?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm thinking, dearie. Spitballing here. Feel free to tell me to fuck off, but here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and put Shield of Faith on this gentleman here, so he doesn't get kapooied while we're away. It's gonna take me a little bit, but you go ahead, and I'll follow after. Does that sound good, or do I fuck off? What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think that's great. Also, then I can give you a little bit of an idea as to what you're coming into. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd love a little teaser. You go ahead and get the tea, and I'll be there to come get it.
You know I got you, girl.
Right. The Shield of Faith and a double move. As you
I'm
double
honestly
move,
frightened by these two like being together in a stream.
as you double move, Astrid, you come into the workshop. You come into the house and turn to the workshop, and you can see there's a hole in the ground, and Vidar is sort of moved back to one spot and is sort of looking at the ground. And as you look, you can see there's this little pool of like what looks like mercury, sort of sloshing around and moving on its own will, like trying to get into contact with Vidar in some way, shape, or form. But then taking
is that a pet of yours or what the fuck?
Yeah. Then it goes back to the
No.
gallium. Use the caustic brew. Does that do more damage on their turn because it's acid?
Yes.
Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
A creature covered in acid takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of its turns.
Yep. So you go ahead and roll 2d4 for me, and you might put
right.
it down right here.
Let's see. That would be a 6.
6.
Yep.
Okay.
6 total.
Yep. Nice. That brings it up above 12. Okay. So, Astrid, you run in and you see this happening, and as that happens, the gallium parasite sort of almost looks like it's actually trying to get away from Vidar in its last moments, as the acid seems to be eating most of it, sort of like bubbling away and kind of just turning to steam and smoke and disappearing. Aw, kitty.
He's so distracting.
Kitty.
Yeah, but as you come in, it seems like for the moment, the threat may have receded. You don't see any more coming up out of the hole that was there, or any more like seeping up anywhere else in the house. If you look around, go ahead and real quick, Luke, give me a Arcana check.
Alrighty.
See if you've seen this before, so you know what it is.
A 10.
Oh, a 10. So you've actually never seen this, but you have heard Ravok speak of something that they do refer to as like gallium parasites, and they're like an ooze that finds rare metals, and tries to eat it, essentially corrode it. And you think that the armor you always wear, it was drawn to, possibly, like it wanted to devour it.
Mm-hmm.
But
you don't think there's any more currently.
And
so
since I don't see anything, I'm just gonna shout back. I'm like, "Hey, Mama, I think we're good here."
Oh, all right. Well, then carry on.
That was
still a really good use of
disturbing.
Shield of Faith, though. Now, Motoko, which member on your dossiers would you like to call first?
Well, we've got a healer. We've got... What would Shay's character basically be?
She was like the street runner, backup muscle, knows the way around the city, ins and outs.
Super bubbly, kind of annoying.
Can hold her own in a fight, because there's video of her doing shit around the city every now and then.
Yep,
I mean,
every now and then.
I kind of want to call her...
So, Astrid,
healer's not high on my list, and probably not an engineer write-off. So I'm gonna call Shay to get the lay of the land and see if she's ever been to this place.
Okay. So yeah, you call Astrid. What is your, because you go by Motoko Arasaka, that's your name. You would be calling them under your persona. This isn't like the alias you gave to Mez. That's just something so people will know that you're coming in. This is like your actual, in your backgrounds, you have a alternate identity, which is your hacker persona. So whatever that name is or whatever icon you'd like to use for that, I don't know because you haven't told me. But that's what you see pop up on your screen, Astrid. There's this unknown caller, and there's essentially like a symbol or a call sign used in place, which Motoko would get to pick.
Okay. Ara. Okay. So
Exactly, Woodrow. It's the first thing I could think of.
wow. So I sit there. I'm like, oh, ooh, stranger call. I just pick up. Hi.
Hi, is this Astrid?
Yeah, you sure you're looking for me? Cause that took a minute.
I mean, it was very quick considering. Have you seen the lava in the sky? That was fast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who the hell are you?
So I got your number from a friend.
Oh God, people sharing my phone number again. Look, I don't know what your friend told you that I do, but I don't do it and I wouldn't do it for cheap anyway, so really I think you're wasting your time.
I mean, it was a bathroom stall, but that's kind of friendly, right?
Wow. Okay, about to hang up.
Well, I mean, if you want to pass up on a job with money up front...
Oh, wait, okay, hold on, wait. But like how much money, though?
I mean, what's your rate? God damn it, I never do this myself.
Okay, alright.
I mean, is there like an hourly? Is there like...
I don't know, it depends. How illegal is it?
Fair to middling. I mean, it's not like... We're not setting out to kill anybody.
I mean, hey, that kind of checks my box, really. It's just, not intentional murder. Is kind of where I draw the line.
It's a solid 83% chance.
So manslaughter.
Oh, I can handle manslaughter. Manslaughter's fine. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Well, I
Those are
wouldn't even
accidents.
call this guy a man anyway. I mean, he's a half-elf, he's a gross dude, he's really a douchehole, so...
Oh, sounds like my kind of person to go hack and slash. Cool. So, yeah. Do you, have a team? Or, because, I got some people that I don't really play too well with.
It's funny you should mention if I have a team. So, Woodrow, would I have the scoop on Shay's character working with Shelly?
Yeah, so you would have gotten a little information on that and the fact that they know each other. You wouldn't necessarily have all the details on what they do, but people would have been seen.
Know that we all know each other.
Yeah, there's different cameras of people interacting, and that would be in the dossiers because Mez is like a crazy good information broker and scours everything. So yeah.
I mean, I do have a couple of spots in this job that are kind of open. I was kind of thinking, I mean, there's this kind of healing doctor.
Oh, girl, I got you on a healer.
Yeah, hold on. Shelly?
Uh-huh. Yep, that's my girl. Hey, Shelly?
You're muted, Raven.
She's muted because she's giving Kitty love. Shelly, do you want to do a job for some quick cash?
I love quick cash, but we gotta wrap this up here first. Can they wait?
This isn't immediate, right?
I mean, we could meet tonight. We could meet tomorrow.
Great. Yeah, no, Shelly, we're good. We're good on time.
Are we still getting Ty later?
Oh, absolutely, girl.
All right, then I'm in.
Wait, did I hear something about Ty?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm a little peckish.
So I'm assuming you want to now meet over dinner. Shelly, what if we have a dinner meeting?
Are they splitting the bill?
We're down for a dinner meeting if you pay.
It would be rude not to invite our friend Vidar here, though. We're in his house after all.
Vindictive Dar, yeah.
Vidar, you like Thai?
What is Thai?
Phenomenal. We're introducing you. Let's go.
Wait, what that is that Vidar Koter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, I'm
it
sorry.
is.
Do you know him?
I got a list of people here to call about this job. So.
Okay. We're gonna meet for Ty because I need to know who the fuck gave you my number and all my girl and my guys' numbers over here. I need to know what's happening because
I
I
mean,
don't know who you
I
talk
don't
to.
kiss and tell, but I mean.
Oh, I'll make you kiss and tell. Don't you worry, babe. I'll meet you.
Are you saying you're
we'll
that
meet you
good
in
that
an-
I'll kiss and tell?
We'll meet you in about an hour and a half. How about that?
All right. Send me the deets.
Okay.
Shape-shifting.
Shape shifting.
Honey, I can be your wildest fantasy.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, you took it too far. Too far.
Woodrow, did we decide on the big thing or on the motorcycle for my character?
For the what? The what of the motorcycle?
The bigger vehicle or the motorcycle for my character? I can't
Pretty sure you
remember.
went with the motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds more like you.
So it was only a one person.
That sounds like what you would have chosen.
Or 1 to 2.
Okay. Well, I was going to offer to pick people up, but never mind.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't get in a car with you anyway. I don't know you.
If you guys,
that's my purse.
if you do all want to actually go meet for Ty and do like the job meet to feel each other out, there's one of the franchises that does like the sort of Asian food and ramens and stuff out of like the soy imitation stuff. Is called Slurps Up. It's essentially a place that's like got a guy like surfing out of a ramen bowl on the cover of like their logo.
Yes.
But it's like the
Raven's mind just went batshit. She's like, I'm drawing this tonight.
I'm
Like,
drawing right now.
she's like, hold on, sir, stop sign coming up.
That is a tremendous pun.
Yeah, they specialize in ramen, but they
Slurps
do all kinds of Thai, Korean, Cambodian.
Hell
and
yeah.
even some alien dishes. But it is a human run company, I think, through Crag Holdings.
Nice.
So yeah, you guys can wait a day or whatever, and then meet up in a day after you finish patching up Vervok and Vidar.
Yes.
Are you gonna let him stay and rest and recuperate in your place? Essentially, are you gonna let him rest up in your crib? You got some spare room if you need it, or are you gonna put him up somewhere? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Considering our history, yeah, I will put him up in one of my spare rooms, to let him rest and recuperate. I mean, I'll lock down all the stuff that I feel needs locking down, especially my workbench. But yes.
Okay, cool. So some time passes. You guys all go back to your houses and get ready, and then at some point later, that's what we need to figure out is when you guys do all meet up. Is it going to be at night, during the day?
I do a good nighttime dinner. A breakfast dinner just doesn't do it for me.
I mean, there's also is there like a Japanese Denny's or something? Because they could go for a French toast slam or a skillet.
I mean, not really a Slurps Up, but there are diners. There's
We're going to Slurps Up. Deal with it.
Yeah, you could get you can order whatever you want there. It's all soy imitation stuff, so they could do something. Might not be exactly what you want, but it'll imitate what you want.
It'll be close.
You guys all show up and get a table at this place. It's sort of almost like a hipster joint, but it's like got all the walls except for where the kitchen is are windows, so you feel like you're kind of in an aquarium. But there's like hula stuff strung from the roof and along the sides, and there's like augmented ads that play on the windows for the Slurps Up. It's like a guy sort of surfing in ramen and then giving a thumbs up as it sort of zooms out, and then he's in a bowl of ramen, and then another commercial for the place repeats on one of the windows as people are sort of walking by. There's not a lot of people in here, actually. There's only like 2 other tables. There's like some orcs eating on one side, and then a Goliath sort of on the other side eating by himself. And there's just sort of like a human in a white sort of almost like in and out type outfit with a little hat. It says Slurps Up on it, and he's like, "Hey, what can I get for you? Slurps Up is here to go."
Are we all present at the table?
Yeah, you guys basically like walk in towards the counter, and he sees you, clocks you walking in, and he's just like, do you want a table
for
here?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, table for 4 and lots of room. This shell of mine takes up at least 2 seats, so 5-seater, please.
She's got junk in the trunk.
What can I say?
Okay, well, sit wherever you want and use the pad to order, and we'll have it out to you as fast as we can.
Wait,
Thank you for
did he
choosing
just say
Slurp
use
Up.
the pad and we're eating Thai?
Very rude.
As we walk to our table, I just lean over to Shelly. I was like, my God, the service keeps going downhill here. Why do we keep coming back here?
Sometimes they do the elderly special, remember?
That's right. That's okay.
Wait, tell me Shelly pulls out her frequent diner card.
Got a couple stamps in it.
I'm 2 bowls away from a free coffee.
Actually,
free coffee.
You know the coffee's gotta be shit there. Like it's a ramen place. It's not gonna be.
It's gotta be terrible. I love it.
It's Thai food. Would it be like tea, like really fucking hot tea?
Like just like really terrible, like super super bitter green tea that was brewed way too hot. It's like everything is just terrible about it.
It's really strained cabbage.
Has a slight burnt undertone.
Yes, exactly. That's when you know what I'm talking about, Luke. When you put green tea too hot and too long.
Well, I mean, you do the same thing with coffee. No matter what, it's like the pot just now has a burnt undertone, and no matter what is brewed in it, it tastes burnt, just slightly.
AARP, baby.
That's right.
Despite the attitude, the place is kept up pretty nice. The guy just seems to hate life at the moment. But you guys sit down, order all your food. Shelly puts in the discount for everyone at the table and the pad.
100 years has got to apply to everybody, right?
I mean, look, that's got it. You're at least 100. Let's be real, honey. I know that you're a little bit more than that. We ain't gotta talk about it.
In front of our new friends.
I'm just saying, you got enough to get at least 3 out of the 4.
That's what I'm saying. It's a deal.
Yes.
So, Motoko, as everyone's sort of ordering their food and you're getting ready to sort of describe what the job is and what it entails and the pay and all that stuff, you do notice that a couple more Goliaths come in and sit with the other Goliath at the table. Sort of the door rings and they sit down, they sort of start chatting and stuff. But yeah, the floor is yours, Motoko.
I don't like that you mentioned the Goliath. Now I'm paranoid.
Stop metagaming and just fucking game.
Before we went in, any kind of electronic surveillance I can do for this place, like scope it out, access cameras, make sure the back alley's clear, that kind of shit.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me a use computers check to try and get, because you can get access to the sort of like just a normal like public Wi-Fi, but if you want to try and break into their encrypted company Wi-Fi, data net, you can. So go ahead and give me a use computer check.
I have my overhead light so bright I can't read my fucking dice. Because they're lacquered. 17 plus 6.
Okay,
23.
so let me know what your snoop is on your rig. If you click on your rig, it should be in your the traits on your rig. You got four different traits. 6? Okay, good to know. Nice. Okay, so that. Boom. Okay. So yeah, you get in access, root access, no problem. You can look through the security as you kind of like are walking in and sitting down, and your sort of eyes are glowing as you're flicking through the feed, and you manage to see your area, the outside area, and the back kitchen area where you can see like the back door, there's a little trash can there, and a bunch of racks with all of like their to-go stuff, and then there's
I thought you said a bunch of rats. I was like,
no, racks.
Wow. We get
and
real
then a bunch of
protein.
cooking utensils with people kind of moving around the back and putting like opening things from packages with different soy ingredients and heating them up or frying them or cutting them into noodle shapes. But yeah, you can get.
I'm still not convinced this qualifies as food. I say, looking
And
at my bowl.
If you want to change from the cameras to anything else, like the data or anything like that.
I want to know what the Goliaths ordered.
Oh, you want to? So
Did they
okay, so give me another hack to switch from the control module of cameras to the data control module for data.
Be good. What is that? That's a 13, and so it's 13 plus 6, so 19.
19. Okay, and your Snoop is 6, right?
Yes.
So that is okay. Let me write that down. And then
I don't like him writing things down.
I have to keep track of all of this. Now.
I love it when he writes things down. It means that we're about to get screwed.
I know.
Well, when you're hacking this stuff,
It's like the game saving before a boss battle.
Yeah. You walk through the door and it's like saving. And you go, oh, fuck.
Well, shit.
As you watch the door close on its own.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Goliaths ordered like a typical like tonkatsu ramen or whatever. Then another one actually ordered a birria ramen with a side of birria tacos.
What?
And the last one seems to have ordered like egg roll type things, but they're filled with some seafood, like calamari or something like that. But it's not it's an alien type on the menu. It's an alien meat, but it seems to be like a squid or something. Yeah, but that's what they ordered, and your food manages to get there on the table before theirs, and they're sort of just looking around, talking to themselves. The orcs on the other end are they seem like they're in their own mind, like with their eyes sort of doing, you can see it flashing over, and it looks like they're in some sort of shared something, like they're like playing a game or watching something or something like that, but the orcs are sort of zoned in and almost like not in this space. But yeah, that's all that's going on with them.
So, I'd like to invite all of you guys to go to a show with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. A friend of mine is DJing. It's really cool.
I thought we were going to have a paying gig, not go hang out and be besties.
I was attempting to be subtle, but I see that has missed the mark.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. We just go straight up.
I don't usually go straight up in public. I mean, unless there's money involved coming my way, but...
I'm sorry. Continue.
So, I'm trying to think. So, we basically need to go and scope out the area and find a certain guy who fucked me over.
Oh, what'd he do?
Spill the tea.
So this is a vengeance mission.
This is more of an investigative kind of thing where we're going to see who hired him to rug pull my last job. Get the shit if we can. If not, at least find the trail. That's it. We don't even have to kill him. Not very much at all.
Do we need to be worried about the sky? I'm worried about the sky.
Are we just ignoring all the lavas? Or
It was a child. He ruined my receipts. I can't return anything now, and I'm concerned.
Look, you can still get a gift card.
Oh, well, listen, all right. If there's a good gift card involved, I'm interested.
It's to Ross.
Ross, all right, I'm in.
But this is actually a paying gig, not gift cards. Yes.
So there will be an amount when you accept the job, and there will be an amount when you complete the job.
That's 2 paydays. That's
Those
2
terms
gift
are
cards.
acceptable.
I like this. I need to get new shoes. Shelly, did you see what these shoes look like after that?
Well, show me. What do they look like?
They were brand new.
Oh, they ruined them.
Oh, so bad.
You don't have a hose? You just hose.
No.
Oh, it's not the same. It ruins the Have you ever had a good leather pair of skates, honey? Clearly not. Anyways.
Well, that means I can buy new ones, though.
And we'll get you the new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
What say you, Vidar? Are you
Vidar.
interested in these gift cards and/or cash goods?
I am more for the cash. I don't gift card.
Well, if you get a gift card, will you give it to me?
Re-gift?
Perhaps. Why
I'll
not?
take it.
As long as there is an actual payment for this job, I am in. Otherwise, I have lots of work to do.
So, this particular person is kind of a hacker type. He has been linked to... Thanks. I appreciate that.
Oh, sorry.
How are we to know?
I don't... The big hanging off my side.
Shelly, you're supposed to stop me before I say dumb shit.
I like
Cybernetics
listening to your talk.
You've got a pretty mouth. Does the turtle play the banjo?
I learned one time.
And just like that, it's ruined.
Oh no.
So bad.
Oh,
So
no.
bad.
Which row was it? Was it 2 each to start?
No, it was 3 days from when they called you and you guys waited a day to meet up. So it's 2 days you guys have to basically plan by and scope out the area if you want or whatever you guys want to do for it.
What's the total in this meal with Shelly's discount?
So the meals and all that stuff is all since none of you guys picked a like a basic destitute lifestyle. You guys all have some sort of lifestyle. Things like this and public transportation, you don't have to actually keep track of on your gold. You can just say, hey, we're getting food. As long as you're not going to like the most expensive place and buying the most expensive stuff, you can say, hey, we're getting a meal. And it's just covered in your living expense, which we'll get to after as a month goes by. Because technically, when we start, you guys had just paid your quote unquote living expenses at the start, so you guys don't have to subtract that. As a month goes by, you'll essentially get a bill for like your living expenses, and that covers like your food, your gas, your apartment stuff, your cybernetic subscriptions, all that stuff. It's all one big chunk.
I don't subscribe. My shit's cracked.
You just pirate everything.
Yes.
No subscriptions for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, you still need to maintain them though.
Yeah. Hey, do I have a guy I go to?
Like a Ripper Doc or something like that?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, if you want to make a contact that you're like, if you're interested in having like, no, I want like a kind of like in Cyberpunk when you have oh shit, what's his name? But the Victor, I think, or whatever.
Vic,
if you want like a contact like that for your
Victor
cybernetics,
Vector. Yeah.
You can create a name or I'll create a name. You just create like what you want them to be. Let me know.
I mean, is that kind of like what Luke does?
Luke does this. He could do the cybernetics. That's actually more like what Shelly does.
Shelly.
Yeah.
If you know a guy that's got a part that you really like, you just let us know.
I've never met a guy with a part that I like.
That was good. That was a good one.
So I pay for the meal. I have everyone's contact info. Is that good enough to like Zelle money or you know what?
Oh yeah.
I've got dirty used 20s. Untraceable. I didn't say they're from a jock strap, Shay. Jesus. Don't make that
dirty.
You want them crisp? That's more conspicuous.
I don't want them from in between your bits.
What?
You're like, what is paper money? We got rid of this thousands of years ago.
Like,
a
oh, that's
collectible.
cute.
Did you say
Like
pits
a
or
history
tits?
lesson. Tits.
I mean, it's really warm outside in the city lately.
Yeah.
There's lava children everywhere.
Whippersnappers?
I
Setting
hate it.
fire to all of the trash. I mean, the good thing is they're kind of cleaning up because, they're burning the trash. The bad news is the fumes.
So I'm just
And
curious.
receipts.
So this job is in 2 days. I'm really curious what you guys would ordinarily. I mean, I know how much I can pay you, but I'm curious to hear what you guys would charge for that.
I'll let Shelly negotiate these things.
I'm gonna pull up the a searching feature called the GM, and I'm gonna ask it, how much, what is a good amount of currency to get paid in this world?
Up front.
Up front, we'll say about 300 credits. Convenient.
You gave me 2.
Oh, don't start this. Everyone
No,
heard
I'm
what I said.
serious. You gave me 600 total. That's what I put on my character sheet, and there's 3 other people, so that's 200 each.
No, it's 900 up front and then 1800 after.
Oh.
The split, yeah. So about 300 split if you, yeah.
I mean, you only gave me $4. All right, I'll send each of them 3.
Ooh. I am
I put
so
it straight
getting
into
you.
my retirement.
6 more on the way.
Some shell
Yeah,
wax.
It's a pretty
Turtle
simple-
wax, you could
simple
say.
job. Yeah.
I'm not gussying up for nobody these days, honey. I don't need that.
You're telling me Shay doesn't stand behind you with a chamois and just buff it out?
No, that's only when I'm gonna go play bingo, when I'm trying to look nice.
Pick up a fella.
She looks real nice when she plays bingo, though.
I do, I curl my lashes.
It's just like gigantic, like Yzma style lashes from a person who grew like all crusty.
Yes. No touchy. No.
That's what
I
I'm
love that movie.
I'm so scared by Raven's character.
This character so much.
I'm a charming old woman. You be nice to me.
Wait, what's your charisma?
Let's see. Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and time.
It's the top middle.
It's a -1.
Okay.
So wait, I'm the one that's right. I'm the face, and then I take him to Shelly, and Shelly's like the kind of abrupt, crotchety old lady that I have to apologize for a lot.
Nice. So will the 300 cover your new boots? Shoot.
Yeah, it'll do for now.
For now.
And we can go to Ross.
And I hold up the gift card.
So Woodrow, how much
Shelly,
did
you're
you
really
say it
not
was in the
helping
back
me
end?
here.
18. So it'll be 3 then
6
6
each.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. 3 now, 6 when we're done each.
Yeah, I think that we can work for that. What do you think, Vidar? Are you in?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been paid. I am in. I will do my part.
He's very excited.
I can tell.
You can?
love
Most people don't get
characters
him.
Well, the bulge told me. He
You
enjoys
are
cash.
abrasive and off-putting.
That
I
means he
agree.
doesn't like you.
I'm all broken up on the inside.
I can tell.
So,
That felt like a threat.
as this tension sort of starts to build almost between the party, some more tension erupts as you hear someone go, "All right, give us all the credits in the registry, or this person gets it." And he's basically got the Goliath pointing a gun to the back of Vidar's head as he stood up from the table behind you. Turns, points a gun at Vidar, and the other 2 Goliaths get up and start moving towards the guy who greeted you behind the counter, who hated his life. He's like, just starts like freaking out, putting his hands up, and doesn't know what to do. And the people in the back, a couple of them just take off out the door, like you hear the door like open and then shut and slam. I need everyone to roll initiative. This place is getting robbed.
I do want to mouth off teensy bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you don't know who you're holding a gun to, do you, sweetheart? And then I roll a fucking 5 plus 1, so I get a 6. So I talk shit and then let Vidar handle everything.
Nice,
Yeah.
babe.
You're hyping him up.
22.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, Luke.
14
You'll be
plus
fine.
6 is 20. Luke, you go before me for a season. It's amazing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Shelly, how'd you do?
I got a 17.
Oh, wow. So I was too busy talking shit. And everybody else was like ready to fight. I was like, oh, wait, I should probably get ready for this. Shit.
So as
where's
nice,
my,
they got
where's my shillelagh?
plus 17 plus 1, so they're 18, so they're just above Shelly. When you say, "Oh, you don't know
Look
who
at the
you're
Raven."
holding," you when you say that you don't know who you're holding that gun to, do you, dear, or whatever? He goes, "Yeah, I do. One fucking dead alluring if we don't get our way." And then it's Vidar, you're first.
All right. I will use one of the charges from my helm of teleportation to teleport behind this group. And then
Nice.
I will unleash Daunting Roar.
Okay, and then can you target multiple with that, or is it one?
Let's see. Creatures of your choice within 10 feet.
Okay. What is the save?
DC 12.
12 Constitution or Charisma? Or...
You guys might want to cover your ears.
It
I
doesn't.
turned my
doesn't
ears off.
say.
One
Proficiency. Oh, Constitution modifier. Yeah, Constitution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shelly can't hear it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Do turtles even have ears?
So
Little
plus
ones.
They're little holes.
A little nubbin?
3. And you said it's a 12?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like 2 of them made it. They are big Goliath. The 2 closest to you seem to turn, and like they have like numbers on their side almost. But the one who was holding the gun to your head, when you teleport it away, you can see it's a frighten effect, correct?
Yeah, it's a frighten effect. Yeah.
The gun starts shaking where it was pushed against the back of your helm, and then he sort of doesn't move, and he's just like, where'd he go? And the other 2 just sort of like kind of like turn behind them, and they look at you almost shocked, but then like a smile sort of starts to curl along just half of their face. As they make their save. That was only action and bonus. If you want to move, you can, or you can end your turn.
I will step out of reach of them. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So behind them. And you had to be within 10 feet, so you're not within melee range, so they actually don't trigger an attack. So you step back, they don't get an attack, and then it goes to Motoko. You're next.
Okay, it would take me too long to hack these guys, so instead I'm going to use my smart bow.
All right.
So.
And are you targeting one or all 3?
All 3.
Oh, nice. All right, make. I believe it's 1 attack against all of them because it's a smart, like 1 smart arrow. Yeah.
It's 1 smart arrow that splits into 3 for I think it's 1d6.
So almost like that whistle arrow from Guardians.
Kind of. It's a little different though. So you actually see as Motoko pops out their bow, they have like this little sort of like rod in their hand that flicks open into like a bow with a string that like a compound bow kind of thing. And you can see they pull almost like a strap, square strap off their clothes, almost like Velcro or something, just comes off, and they flick it into the bow. And as they pull it, it hardens and sort of changes form and sort of collapses into a cylinder arrow form. And they're like these smart fabric that you can hide it on your clothes, so you can walk around like clubs and stuff and have arrows on you, so they're not seen. So it tightens up. You release the arrow with your attack, and as you release the arrow, the cloth arrow essentially splits into 3 and arcs and tries to hit their target.
Damn it, Sai.
Look. Woodrow sets it up, I knock it down.
Horrible. Horrible.
So bad. Okay.
Horrible.
Alright,
How'd you roll?
so I rolled a... Is that a 16 or a 13? I really apologize. I'm putting my fucking glasses on. 'Cause this
No worries. I actually
I
need
don't
to
know
go
why
get
you
new
don't wear
glasses
them
too.
all the
Mine are very old.
Because my reading glasses aren't in here, babe. All I have are my trifocals. That is
Learn
an
how to use
18.
them.
So 18 plus 3 is 21.
So these pariahs aren't wearing armor necessarily, but they do have sort of like thick leather clothes. They seem to be like like biker clothes, but they're pariahs are sort of a Goliath gang that lives in the outskirts of the city. Even the little districts like Sunshine Hill and Little Zion, they live on the outskirts of those, sort of out in the wilderness. So yeah, it hits. How much damage do you do?
Damn it, where does... Sorry, I was looking at the arrow, not the gun.
Yeah, no worries.
I was looking at the software and not...
And then next,
Okay,
next is the robbers.
It's going to be 1d6 for each of them plus 1.
Okay.
Alright, so 1 takes 5. And 2 take 4.
Boom, boom, bang, bang. All right. So Motoko pulls back one of the smart arrows, and it splits as it releases from the arrow, hitting all three in different spots on their body. And then it is a bonus action and a movement still for you.
Quick question. Well, 2 quick questions. When the arrows hit, am I able to tell if they are wearing like an energy shield kind of thing like we have?
Yeah, you would be able to tell. It looks like they're not. Looks like they don't have shields.
Okay. The other thing I was going to ask was, are these arrows recoverable after the fact? I mean, if their corpses are here.
Yeah, no, they are.
Okay.
You just recover them, and it takes time to assemble them, downtime essentially.
Okay. I think I can unarmed strike as a bonus action.
So, I believe if you make a martial arts attack, and I think since you're a monk, bows count as martial arts weapons because it's a monk weapon. I'll say for the purposes, because I think it's cool. Yeah, if you make an attack with any weapon you're proficient with, you can use your bonus action to do the flurry of blows.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not
I
even...
think technically it has to be melee, but I'm okay with it being a bow. I think that's cool.
Alright, let's see. So not the guy that was scared.
What was that?
Not the scared guy, because he's scared.
Oh, heard. Okay, you're hitting the other two.
Yeah. It's a 13 and a 3, that's 16.
16 is going to hit.
Oh, awesome. And my... Oh, it's my unarmed strikes. That's 1d4 plus... A d4. You know what? If I just pat my dice with my hand when I feel pain, that's a d4.
Yeah, a little kettle drops.
My dice blend in with this mat that Shay made for us for season 3.
I still haven't gotten it to them. I'm so bad. I need to get you guys all of your shit. I have dice and math, all kinds of stuff.
I thought that it got lost in the mail. I thought you said you already sent them, so I was like, dang, I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm an asshole. I got overwhelmed with stuff, so I have so many things I have to mail to people.
Yeah, see, I'd rather it be that than it be lost in the mail. So.
Yeah, me too, because that would be expensive. I would make them again, but. And once Raven does the art for all of us, I'm making new game mats for us that will have all of our art on it.
Yeah, because this is for last season. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the damage on your first attack, Si? I mean,
The bonus action attack, which was unarmed strike, was 4.
4, so that's 8 to 1 total. And you get another one. I think Flurry of Blows, you get to do 2.
I don't know what Flurry of Blows is. I'm just looking under bonus action and seeing unarmed strike.
So if you spend a key point as a monk, I think you can get Flurry of Blows. I don't know if you have it at level 1. That's why I was asking. I didn't know if it was a Flurry of Blows or if you're just doing your bonus action attack.
Just my bonus action attack,
Okay.
because I don't see Flurry of Blows anywhere.
Okay, so you probably haven't gotten it yet as a monk. I was just curious. I didn't know if it was something they started with. Been a long time since I played one. So bonus, then you moved in to get your attacks. So then
the only movement I'm going to do is to turn and actually face these guys since they were behind us. And I'll have done that between my attack and whenever.
So it's actually going to be their turn. The two that aren't scared, you see them actually like reach into their clothes and they pull out these like little vials with a red liquid in it, and they put it up to their eye, and it basically sprays this red mist into one of their eyes, and it gets both of them go bloodshot, and almost like foam starts to form at the sides of their mouths as they sort of look back. The other guy seems scared, and he sort of turns and sees Vidar, and actually uses his movement to go back, and he actually ends up with his back against the counter with the guy who's cowering, who took your orders or greeted you in. He's sort of cowering behind the counter right behind him. You can kind of see him shaking, and the other dude, he's got his pistol out. He's deciding who to shoot. He's going to take one shot. Does he have disadvantage if you're in the line of sight with your roar? Just double check.
Let me double check here.
Actually, it doesn't matter.
Especially, doesn't say. It's just
Okay,
a
so
fear
you
effect.
can't-
Become frightened of you until the end of until the end of your turn.
Then he can't move closer to you. Understood. But he missed it with his attack. Both of those would have been too low. So he takes a shot off, and you actually can't tell who he's shooting at. He's like going from one person to another in his fear, and it's almost like in between choosing targets, he accidentally releases a shot, and it goes through one of the windows as the sort of AR hologram flickers and tries to play, but it's only on some of the broken parts of glass that are still hanging in the frame. The other two,
when you prematurely fire.
The other two are going to break off. One's going to attack Vidar, and one is going to attack Motoko. And you can see they sort of reach into their jacket and withdraw a weapon, which is extends into like a club, just like sort of like a baton, essentially. And they're going to be 2 attacks. Vidar, that is going to be... Is it 18 hit you? I think it does.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you take... It's bludgeoning damage. Roll, because they have brutes. They do an extra die of damage. So that's 5 plus 3. So 8 total bludgeoning damage as they sort of slam into the pauldron of your power armor that's on you. And then the other one is a natural 1, so that's going to miss you, Motoko. It sort of runs in you, and in the rage that it has, it's sort of just like wildly swinging, and you can clearly see, and you're a little faster than them, so you can get out of the way and dodge easily. And
that goes off of the shield HP first.
temp,
you
yeah.
said,
Yeah,
the 15.
temp goes first. Yep.
Yeah, the temp. Okay. All right. So,
And
I was just
Shelley
picturing
would have-
Lincoln from Men in Tights just attacking that wooden column in his rage because he's blind.
And essentially, every time you're out of combat, the shield will go back to 15 hit points.
Okay.
But while you're in combat, you have to roll to recharge it. If that temporary ever goes to 0, let me know.
Okay.
So you're hit. Boom. Motoko, you're missed. It's the robber's turn. Shelly, it's actually on you as you're there enjoying your food, seeing all this explode around you.
Very rude indeed. I will.
Or Shelly and I just like slurping noodles and like watching all the time and be like,
Well, with a 6 initiative, you are.
I am for sure. I'm just like.
How close am I to one of the enemies?
So one of them is actually pretty close to you. You guys have the table that's kind of closest to the counter. So if you stood up out of your chair with a 5-foot step, you'd be within melee. So 10 feet away from you is one, and the other 2 are about 15 feet away.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna shuffle out of the booth, holding my what was it that we got? We got some goodness. Pho,
Pad
right?
Thai? Was it Pad Thai?
Thai.
Or was
Yeah.
it-
Pad Thai, yeah. I'm gonna get my food. I'm gonna shuffle out of the booth, and as I'm shuffling, I'm slurping and I'm eating because I'm gonna get my money's worth. I'm gonna get my money's worth. So I'm making my over to the enemy, and with my claws, I would like to slash at him. Just slurp and just slash.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me an attack for that little swipe as you slurp your ramen.
The old slurp and slash.
It's an 11. Do I add anything to that? Oh, with claws, yeah, +5, so 16.
16 is gonna hit.
Let's go. All right, and he's gonna take 6 damage.
All right, 6 damage. That puts him at 11.
Get walloped.
He is still feared. He's looking around. He's sort of with his gun waving it. Then you come up and slash across his face from the side. And he sort of turns and addresses you. And since he doesn't have the fear of you, he seems focused on you. But that was just sort of part of your movement and attack. I think you still have a bonus action.
Bonus action. Let me check. I didn't think that part through.
So one thing that really helps me, if you go to actions and then click the bonus action tab.
Oh, there it is. I was looking for that.
Yeah.
War Priest. If you use an attack action, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. You can use this.
There you
feature
go.
2 times
You can
for long
attack
rest.
again.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
It says with a weapon. I'm assuming my claws count as a weapon. It's under the.
Yeah, they count as a natural weapon. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm a claw him again.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Perfect. 13.
13 is their AC. That hits.
Ah!
Yep.
Fantastic! Get walloped for 7.
Oh, nice. Okay. So 18 total damage to that one. You sort of, as you swipe, you can feel your claws sort of dig into the armor, or to the thick leather, and just go down deep into the skin and tear across. And you actually get a pretty deep surface wound across his chest. And his eyes go from focused on you to focused down at the chest, and he's sort of like looking around at the scene. You think that second attack and the amount of damage put him over a threshold. Maybe he's rethinking the scenario. Didn't expect anyone to fight back, and he got feared. And he's separated kind of from his friends now with you guys in between. So he's looking at that window he shot a hole in, actually. Then it goes to Astrid. If you don't want to use any more movement, Shelly.
Nah. If I move away, he gets an opportunity attack, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll just turn my shell to him.
Nice. There you go.
And if you stay near him and he tries to move away from you, then you get an attack of opportunity to prevent him from escape.
Yeah, that's what I'm counting on.
So Astrid, it is your go.
Okay. So I just kind of
Drop the hammer.
I just kind of like lazily slide out from whatever booth we were at.
It's like,
I'm like, oh, this is really obnoxious. I just want you to know that. And then I take my shillelagh, turn my club into a shillelagh, and I'm gonna hit one of the two that weren't feared.
So there was one that Motoko hit all of them, but then did a unarmed attack, so like an elbow or a kick or something to another one.
Right.
There's one that has only been hit by one arrow, and then there's the one that Shelly is engaged with, sort of behind you guys now.
I will hit the one that only got hit with an arrow.
Okay.
And oh, nat 20!
Hey!
So 24!
Dang! The way I do crits, because I hate more than anything when you double your dice on a like 2d6 and you roll 2 1s. What I do...
Yeah.
So what is your damage die? A d8, correct?
D8 plus 2, yeah.
So you take 10, and you're going to roll your damage and add your d8 plus 2 plus 10 at the end of it, because it's essentially when you crit, you roll max on your first set, and then you get to roll again to add to that max.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That way crits actually,
So-
you can't get screwed on crits.
So if I roll 2,
No, just roll
and then
one.
No, you
I
roll
just roll
1d8. Yeah, 1d8 plus
1d8.
2, and then plus 10.
Okay. I follow. That sucked. I got a 1 plus 2 plus
So
3
13.
plus 10, 13.
Yeah, that's why we do that, because if you had crit and then rolled 2 ones, it would not feel like a crit anymore. So
That would feel very terrible.
yeah, you said 13, right? Correct?
13, yeah.
So that puts him at 17, which is actually the threshold that I set. So that one's at that, but he is raging. But that is your bonus and your attack. And I'm assuming you're not going to move, right? Because you guys are kind of in an enclosed space in this.
Yeah,
wall.
my movement was just to get out, so I was standing and not sitting.
Okay. And then so we go back to the top, Vidar. It is now back to you.
All right, and
That's Vidar.
they're like right next to me, right?
The two of them, yeah, the two that were raging. One of them actually moved not out of your reach. So yeah, they're still within 5 feet of you. Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to get my mind around the situation.
All right, all right. Then I'm going to grab I guess the one that was elbowed and shot with an arrow.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to grab that one with the shocking grasp.
Nice.
So,
I think it's an attack.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
He only actually said hi to Raven.
Hello.
He did. He said,
XOXO.
hey, there's 4 people playing. Hi, Raven.
23 to hit.
That hits. That is gonna hit.
And then D8. That is 6 lightning damage.
6 lightning damage. All right. Brings it to
Yep.
14.
And
Take the
on a
actions,
hit-
right?
yeah, it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Nice. And then you still have a bonus if there's anything you got for a bonus. And movement if you want it. Oh, excuse me.
I mean, that's really all I can do. So I've already. No, it's the next day, isn't it? So I have my Misty Step again, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
It's been a day.
So then I'm gonna Misty Step back to the opposite side of where those dudes are.
Okay. So then it goes to Motoko. You have one barbarian facing you, and then on the other side you see Vidar and another barbarian, and they're all sort of pretty close to you.
So the one Shelly's fighting looks pretty fucked up.
And he actually looks like he might be getting ready to run. He looks still frightened, and he seems like he wants to get out of it to flee. It's what his body language is telling you.
Okay. So how many are within staff reach of me?
If you take a 5-foot step, which would not remove you from the one, so you wouldn't provoke, you could be 5 foot. You could be in between both of them, like basically looking at Vidar where Vidar was, and you could hit them on either side of you if you wanted to.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
One of those two is the one that was going to run, though, right?
No, the other, that's the one who's up against the counter that Shelly just basically gashed, slapped.
I think Shelly's got this one for.
And then
forehead
booty
points
checked
that it
him
has
with
left.
her shell.
Yep.
The boop, boop, boop. I can see Shelly just like turning her back and like somebody pissing her off and her just continually backing up into them and like pinning them against a wall and being like, no, that's not. You were lifted
Just
here,
leaning against them.
whippersnapper.
Yelling at him over her show.
Oh my god.
I assume an 18 hits.
Yes, 18 hits both.
7 damage for the first one.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, it's going to be an unarmed strike. Because I can't do 2 weapon attacks, it has to be a monk weapon and then a unarmed.
Yeah.
Oh, plus 3, 15
15 damage or to hit?
to hit.
To hit, that hits, yeah, 13. So that
Okay.
hits.
24, I rolled a 3, plus 1 is 4 damage on the other one.
4, so that brings them to 18 on that one, too. All right. So one's at 25, one's at 18, one's at 17. So that goes to their turn. Shelly, that one does run from you and jumps out the window he broke. So if you want to do anything to him as a reaction, like a grapple or an attack,
Can I
you're
yell
gonna
at
what?
him? I want to
Yeah.
yell at him. I want to say, you can still turn your life around!
Are you gonna actually attack him?
Now he's gonna turn his life around. I have faith.
Oh my god.
He's messed up. He's gonna come back to me for help anyways. Give him a couple hours.
The other two, however, are gonna go reckless, which will give them advantage now that they're in their rage, and continue on their target. So one on Motoko, which actually misses. I believe a 15 does not hit you. Does it, Motoko?
No, 16.
Yeah, 16. All right. And then the other one is going to Vidar. You moved, so it's going to turn to you, Astrid, since Vidar sort of magically disappeared.
Bitch.
And yes, Fresher Luke, it's on YouTube, it's on Twitch, and it's on X.
Yep.
So this one is going to hurt. Nat 20.
Bill.
Boo earns.
Die. So that's going to be plus 1d6.
Hold on. I have a thing.
You got a thing?
Yeah. Can I do the telekinetic lash?
Yes, you can as your reaction.
Let's
go.
Fucking do it. Okay. I have to read this though because I have no idea what I'm doing. When you take damage from a creature that's within 10 feet of you, you can use your reaction to emanate telekinetic energy. The creature that dealt the damage to you must make a strength saving throw. DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus the ability modifier of the score increased by this feat. Okay, what the fuck does that mean? That's a lot of pluses of stuff I don't understand.
Let me open your sheet real quick. Campaigns. Go into your reactions, and it should be there should be like actually like the mechanics of it should be in there.
No, I see it. I don't understand what it's when it says DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus the ability modifier of the score increased by this feat. What?
Which is intelligence, I believe. So, because it's a psychic push. So
Okay. So the ability modifier for intelligence for me is
which your proficiency
0.
is 2. 0.
Is
so 8
Okay.
plus 2 is 10.
And then it says your proficiency bonus. What's that?
It's your
What is
proficiency.
it talking about?
You're plus
So
2.
8 plus 2. So that's where you get the 10 from. And let me see.
Then what's the ability modifier of the score?
I think intelligence for you, which would be 8-0. Or wisdom for you, actually, it might be. I need to open the thing real quick. 1 sec. Open your feats, your custom feats, because you select when you pick this feat, you pick like wisdom, charisma, or intelligence to increase by 1, and then that's what is tied to this. So I'm pretty sure you picked wisdom because that's your.
She picked charisma.
Yes.
Oh, charisma is plus 3.
Did I?
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
it would be 13 is the DC then.
Sweet.
And you can only do it to the person attacking you. So.
And sorry,
this is-
Woodrow, I just saw it at the very bottom when I opened up her feet, so.
Thank you.
No, you're good.
You're welcome.
So that's a 4 and a 6 on the die with his advantage from raging, which plus, I believe. Let me open this. Go back to that. I think it was a plus 4, so that's a 10. So that is going to fail.
Oh.
So, how far back do you push them? Is it 10 feet?
On a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 force damage and is pushed up to 10 feet away from you.
Nice. I guess we'll go ahead and roll that 2d8 force. The big raging barbarian did not.
10.
10?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
So the one that hit you was the one that. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. So it already had 25. So awesome. As he hits you, he does deal 19 bludgeoning damage to you. So that is a lot of damage. So your shield goes.
Okay. I was going to say, I have 10.
Well, your shield at 15 takes away from that. So 4 carries over to your actual health.
Okay, I can handle 4.
Yeah. No big deal. But as he hits you, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. I mean, a charisma saving throw, sorry.
Hold on 1 second. And, okay. 11.
11.
Did you do the plus 3?
Half of 19 is
Yeah.
8, so the DC's 10, so you make it. You don't go crazy, so we don't have to keep attacking things. So
What would she have done? Inherited the rage?
No, she would be attacking you guys or whoever's closest to her, which would now be you, Motoko, because she pushed the other person 10 feet away. So
nice.
As you get hit by this club, basically like you sort of turn and it hits you like right like in the neck area right here. You sort of look at it, grab it and look at them, and then just scream and let go. And as you do, just a force hits directly them in their chest and pushes them over the table they were sitting at when they stood up to rob that's just behind them and into the window, breaking it out the window just on the other side of it, tumbling down like right on the outside of the window. And that one actually goes unconscious.
Good. I double flip him off as I scream.
All right.
Stupid shirt.
There is one left. And that was their turn, so it's Shelly's turn now. Just sitting there with your ramen bowl.
I got my ramen bowl. How far away is this guy from me?
So the one that's left from you is just about 15 feet away from you. Basically across on the other side of the table you were all sitting at.
Fantastic. So, realistically speaking, hypothetically speaking, if Shelly were to chuck the bowl at the guy's dome piece, there's a chance of that hitting?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be an improvised weapon. So it would be either your dex or your strength. I'll let you choose because it's a thrown weapon. And it's kind of light. It's a light bowl. So.
Let's go with strength.
Yeah, so roll a d20 and add your strength mod.
Where's my strength? Hang on. I saw my dex. It was not good. I'm trying to...
Your strength is +3.
Thank you. There it was.
Here.
Okay. You said roll what again? I apologize.
A d20. You're
Just a 20.
essentially making a improvised weapon attack.
I got a 2 + 3.
A 2 + 3. So, Astrid, or no, you're not the one next to it. Motoko, and this guy needs to make a dex save. The bowl doesn't hit, but all the hot broth that was left, some of the hot broth that was left inside might splash on.
I was hoping I'd chug it and then throw it dramatically, but it's all right.
Oh, you don't want any either? Okay, no, that's fine.
I didn't want any liquid inside, but if it bounces off, then I get it.
You did say you want to get all your money's worth, so yeah. Okay, so there's no broth inside, and you do miss, and the bowl sort of flies past.
God damn it! I wasted a nat 20 on that dex save.
Oh no!
Can I reuse that?
No, it's not how that works.
Oh,
ha 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 ha. No, but
someone
you still have movement and bonus action.
All right, I'm gonna move towards the guy. I throw my bowl and very, very disheartened that it missed. I thought that was gonna be really cool. Yeah, I was like, and now I'm just like, oh, I'm getting old.
Arthritis.
Darn it. I don't look
my
cool
tennis
anymore.
elbow.
So then I'm gonna move forward and I'm going to use my last bonus feature. Give me the bonus. There we go. I'm gonna use my last War Priest ability to attack on my turn.
All right. Yeah.
And I'm gonna claw him. I'm gonna give him the claws.
You know the funny part? Raven, your character has the highest strength of any of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a War Priest, baby. What can I say?
Yeah.
I got a nat 1.
Oh dang. So it doesn't quite work. You sort of catch the leather clothing, and instead of hooking it into the skin, this time you just hook onto the clothing. And as you pull, you sort of rip the back of the shirt off, and it sort of falls. The back falls down, the front falls down, and the guy seems sort of like,
how indecent! Astrid, don't look!
No.
Oh damn it, Shelly! You turning this into a strip club.
Then
a few $1 bills sail over Raven's character's shoulder.
It's really just shit that I wrote $1 because we don't do that kind of money anymore. I just wrote it on a bunch of napkins and tossed it over.
Making it rain with napkins.
But
Yeah,
it is
it's raining
your turn
napkin dollars.
as the pariah's leather tunic he has on sort of falls down in front and on the back sort of opens,
Like a banana.
turning his shirt into a skirt.
Like
so
a
fun.
banana.
A skort.
Oh
Whose
my
turn is it?
gosh. It's mine.
Astrid.
What a great visual.
Alright, how close do I have to get for my shillelagh?
Shalele.
Okay. So can I just move so I'm there?
You can take a 5-foot
Alright.
step because the way where you stood up.
Alright, so I'm gonna move close to him and I'm gonna try and just take my shillelagh and basically bitch slap him with the end of it.
Get it.
Okay.
We're not doing good anymore, Raven. I got 8.
8 total. Yeah, that's gonna miss. Bonus? Anything? Just make sure I don't lose out on an economy. Okay.
No.
Back to the top, Vidar.
All right.
All right.
I will. I think I'm just gonna bring out the Brute Dynamics chainsaw and shoot it.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
I've had enough of this shit.
What kind of ammunition do you use? Lethal or non-lethal?
I'll use non-lethal, I guess. I wanna question these guys.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and give me
At
either
least
an
one of
attack
them
or
that, or maybe to find the one that ran off. Anyway.
I want to
but
know
yeah,
how
if you
he's
want to,
doing.
you can make an attack,
He's turning his life around.
Mhm.
He
like a
volunteered.
single attack, or you can make them with an auto fire, force them to make a save. Auto fire uses more ammunition, though.
Right. Let's see. What did I write down about auto fire? There's a plus 12 to damage with plus D12 to damage with the auto fire as well, right?
Yep.
You know
it's
what?
a brute damage.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do the auto fire.
Okay, so you basically step from where you're at, just sort of aim at him and sort of do an auto fire in a square in the square he's in.
All right. 21 to hit.
21 to hit.
Yep.
No. So they have to make a dex save when you do auto fire.
Oh, okay. So this different. Okay.
And he's a barbarian, so dex is not his biggest thing. And the save, I believe, on that is what, a 15?
15. Yeah. DC 15.
Roll for 14. 13 on the die plus 1. So that actually fails. So go ahead and roll your, I believe it's 2d8 plus a d12.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a lot of damage.
What do you need, baby? What's happening?
Plus D12.
Yeah, orc weapons are no joke. Orc firearms are hit like a truck.
Hey, Woodrow, he's attacking the one that's still in the restaurant, not the one that ran away, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 12 damage altogether.
Boom, that puts it with 18, that puts him at 30. So you essentially hit him with enough of these sort of non-lethal either beanbag rounds or sort of flat slug rounds or something like that knock him unconscious where he stands. And that's what we'll call it for right now at the end of this encounter dropping, and we'll pick up next session at you guys doing whatever you want with the leftovers or preparing.
Nice.
There. So we'll pick
I
this
was
up
totally
next-
chasing that guy out the window.
You
Let
can.
him have a moment.
Well, I have a 45 movement, so I can move 90.
Well, it's out of my hands then. I did.
I don't
Also-
like leaving people surviving after we demolish them.
After next session, at the beginning of next session, you guys will essentially level up on your next rest. So you guys will be at level 2 if you want to go ahead and do that. That'll be fine.
Yes. So we can do
And
that before
now
next
I
session.
get key. You can do it now.
There you go. Now you get key.
Yeah, you don't get it till level 2.
Thank you.
We're gonna multi-class.
I'm gonna go monk, fighter, rogue, ranger,
Oh.
bard, sorcerer, wizard, warlock.
Necro.
True multi-classing.
Yeah.
One level in each fucking class and
And
get
paladin.
0 spells.
Yeah.
You forgot cleric.
My goodness.
I did forget cleric, yeah. And artificer.
This is so freaking fun. I am so happy that we're doing this. This is
This is
glad.
so good.
freaking
Yeah.
episode 1. This is already like leaps and bounds better than either version we did before. This is fucking fun. I'm loving it. What do you think, Luke?
Well, we get to start from square one instead of
Yeah,
having
that's also
to
nice.
having to pick up from the threads that were left over. And you know, Woodrow actually gets a chance to plan this as opposed to having to just improvise the entire time.
That was so
Like, how quickly can I throw shit together with these Legos and make a working encounter? So yeah, this I think this seems a lot more cohesive. So
I really like this.
I did do a sketch of Shelly just to kind of get a feel for things. I'll drop
Yeah?
that in the chat.
Heck yeah, and we can pull it up and show before we wrap
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you put it where?
Hang on, I'm gonna drop it in
in our chat.
the
chat room.
Twitter chat. Yeah.
Feline says, curious to see what happens. I can't believe this
Same.
cat. He like climbs up, gives me hugs, and then wants me to cradle him like a baby so he can sleep.
Sweet angel.
Yes, I'm talking about you, baby.
All right.
Oh my
I sent
god.
It.
I can't wait. I'm curious to see what happens as well.
Shay, you or me?
Yes.
Pick
I'm
one.
curious to see what happens
you.
because magma raining from the sky and all that.
Mhm.
That's it's a little odd. That doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah,
So,
not
Jason,
typical for-
Oh,
Jason, we're
Cyberpunk.
gonna be fixing that between now and next sessions. Don't worry.
my bad.
It's okay.
I might turn down.
It's all right. We get you.
crank that bitch.
Correct that.
Okay, I'm gonna switch us to here. No. It did. Wait.
Nice.
I did it for you. Oh my gosh! Yes. That is
Awesome.
amazing. That is amazing.
I think someone in the comments had said, "Does she have a little siren on top of her shell?" And I was like, "Oh, that's brilliant." So,
Yeah, I was like, it'd be hilarious if you wore it like a little helmet. Like you just like strap it on and turn it on.
Are you wearing a little
Oh
skirt?
my gosh.
it's a turtle shell skirt. I thought it'd be
That's-
weird and fun.
That's so cute. I love
That's
it.
awesome.
That is amazing.
Oh my god, tell me you get a bite attack.
Oh, that'd be fun. I don't think
So-
it's actually on the sheet, but claws are.
You could fluff your claws as a bite if you want to. If you're like, I want to bite him, you could be like
Hey!
snapping turtle. Just
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
sick. That'd be so fun.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking about.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Luke, you got one?
Yeah.
Yes, let's see.
So
Luke.
this is Vidar,
Yeah, let's
Yes!
go. Heck yeah.
and that's yeah. So that's the armor that he has, and then the hammer.
Oh, hell, that's such a.
The
sick
best
armor.
part is
Thank you.
you really captured his like
personality.
zero
Seriousness.
bullshit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
incredibly stoic, serious face.
Yeah.
His emote, yeah, in his face is awesome.
Like
Mhm.
Thank you.
I see him as like, when people like literally just do not understand sarcasm. Like I
Yeah.
feel like that's Vidar. Where like Vidar's like,
Drax.
what are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
talking about?
Oh my god,
That-
what was the
Little bit.
what was the one in Guardians of the
I
Galaxy?
have no jet ski.
Drax.
Cool. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
Drax. Yeah, I guess Drax is a little
Unintelligent.
slower. Yeah, he's a little
well,
dumb.
Drax, a straight warrior fighter, he's not really the thinker. You're more the thinker.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Luke-
this is
Why don't you have one little feline tooth either sticking out down to the lower lip or sticking up to the upper lip? You know, the cute little one.
Because he's not cute.
because
serious
that's not that's because he's
No,
got
that's not
good
the
teeth.
vibe.
Like his
No
they
problem,
don't
Jason.
stick out.
Now,
Before we,
the other thing
um,
I'm gonna need is a nose piercing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That'd be
I
kind
can-
of cool.
On my character? No.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
That is literally not even remotely close to something Vidar would do. Never.
I just.
I'm going
Guys,
to
stop trying to-
share
Yeah.
some art I got for Sweet Mane, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen this.
I think you guys are going to like this one.
Yes,
Cool.
I have seen this.
You turned off your camera. Your computer might make it.
Hey!
Yes.
I did turn
That's
off my camera.
sick.
Yeah. Can you go in closer?
Got little bees in the hair.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, this
I
is
love
Bae.
it.
Is it Bae? B? B? How do you pronounce her name?
B.
The artist?
Yeah.
B?
B
Oh, it's
Navarro.
B. Okay, I always say Bae. But yeah, she's
Yeah.
really cool. She's a good artist. She
Well,
did this one
it's
for me.
B like, you know, the BEA. It's B like Beatrice.
Mm.
Beatrice.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
That's-
Okay.
That's usually, I don't know if that's like her name, but like the BEA is pronounced B like Beatrice.
I always see it.
This is stunning.
The dyslexia flips it, I think. So I always like say it Bae, and I always know. I feel like
Bae.
that's wrong. That's not right.
What's up, Bae?
that's not a name.
This was,
Yeah, I know.
This was Bae who did this.
But
This
Yeah,
is
Yeah,
stunning.
B's really good.
man.
I love Sweet Mane. Sweet Mane is
Yeah.
oh my gosh, she's such a
It's a,
good
it's a
character.
cool character design too. It turned out
really
really
is.
good. Yeah, I love the bees. Me too.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh man. All right, this was absolutely fucking epic. I'm so glad we started out as strong as we did. I cannot
This was
wait
so
for
fun.
next week. This is and guys, if I don't pop a Ritalin before the show, please remind me to because it fucking helps a lot. I stayed so focused. I knew everything that was happening.
That's awesome.
But yeah, thank you everyone who's watching. There's 52 people watching. You guys are absolutely amazing. We love every single one of you. If you have not subbed to the YouTube channel Valkyries Play, please go and do that. Or you can find us over on Twitch, Facebook, X, really just about anywhere. But make sure that you sub and hit that bell or whatever little button will remind you when we go live so you don't miss any of these episodes.
Whoop, whoop.
Thanks everyone for watching, and I think we out. We out.
Yes, we need an outro.